During holiday travel, some people get delirious. Some get delayed. And some get Del Griffin.
American Light and Fixture, Director of Sales, Shower Curtain Ring Division.
Neil Page got all three.
I was on my way home to spend a nice holiday with my family. Instead, I'm in a motel bed with a stranger.
So instead of Thanksgiving with his family, he's spending 3 days with the turkey.
Two happy clams just whistling down the road.
Flintstones, meet the Flintstones, they're the modern Tony family.
Paramount Pictures presents
Wilma!
Steve Martin,
Ever been to Hawaii?
Yeah.
You see Don Ho while you were there?
See the second show, that's the best one.
Is that right?
Yeah.
John Candy,
Why are you holding my hand? Where's your other hand? Between two pillows. Those aren't pillows.
in a new film by John Hughes. Planes, trains, and automobiles.
See that Bears game last week? Yeah, hell of a game.
Welcome back to the Back to the Past podcast, and as you heard just now, we are going to be talking about planes, trains, and automobiles. This is Kevin, and I am joined on this episode, as always, by
Justin
and
Brad.
And only Justin and Brad this time, as you may remember from our previous Shining episode, which, not necessarily listening to things in order, we had a guest with us, Miss Sarah.
Yeah, surprise guest.
Yeah,
The best kind.
it was fun.
With like her favorite movie.
Yep. Yeah, so if you have not heard our Shining episode or any of our other previous episodes, please revisit our library and find something that speaks to your interests.
Should say a lot about us. My favorite movie, Aliens. Her favorite movie, The Shining. Kind of gross, weird movies.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't know whether to be scared or not after coming to that realization. But this is going to be a little more funny and upbeat because this is one of those, I feel, classic comedy, buddy travel movies that, is most associated with Thanksgiving. It's one of the rare Thanksgiving-focused movies that I can think of that's not something that's made for Hallmark.
Yeah, and I also had a realization as to a comparison that was made to this movie, and it was Tommy Boy. The difference being the big, heart-wrencher is offloaded in the front at Tommy Boy, whereas this one waits till the end and gets you with the whole, here's what's really going on, and here's why he's so whatever, right? And I was like, oh, that's really interesting. It's very much in the same vein of the movie. Comedy focus, but in the beginning they have their tragic moment, and in the end of this one they have their tragic moment. So, spoilers.
Right.
And then you have Dumb and Dumber, which has no tragic moment.
No. It's just its own thing.
I love travel movies.
Mm-hmm. It can be very good when it's pulled off correctly. Mm-hmm. It's got to have a good story, and it's got to have the right people in the right roles to bring the characters to life.
And it's very relatable because we've all traveled.
Yeah.
And we've all had problems traveling.
All got stories.
And this was probably the upper echelon of problems traveling.
Mm-hmm.
And this is also an instance, and I thought about this while watching it. They actually went to a lot of on location. Hey, we're filming in this place, and this is really where it's at. And it's
yeah, that's rare.
You don't see a whole lot of that as much anymore. And it just speaks to the simpler times of being able to kind of record just on location. New York, Chicago, even St. Louis. It kind of looked like Lambert.
It was Lambert.
It was Lambert, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There was no looks like it actually was.
There's a reason it looks like
right. Yeah, so for those of us here in the St. Louis area, I guess we gravitate towards it, that we enjoy it because it's one of ours.
And we made it
Right.
with the big leagues.
Anytime there's a movie that's shot here, we seem to have some kind of weird ownership over it. This is ours.
Right. We got Vacation. What's the other one? Up in the Air with George Clooney.
There was a really obscure one from the 50s called The Great St. Louis Bank Robbery with Steve McQueen. It's one of Steve McQueen's first movies that was based on the actual robbing of a St. Louis bank, which is the
At
Southwest
that
Bank,
intersection
corner of Southwest and Kings Highway.
Yep.
Okay, which
And
is
some
not
of
too
the
far
people-
from here.
Some of the people who actually lived through it were used as extras
Hmm.
in the movie. So
Interesting.
it was all filmed in St. Louis. In fact, there's a meeting place. I think they filmed in Tower Grove Park.
And then you've got the, what is it, Escape from New York that they film in
Escape
Schlafly?
New- yeah,
Yeah, with Kurt Russell.
and part of the riverfront burnt, so they used part of the burnt riverfront in the movie also. Yeah, there was a lot. There was quite a bit of that movie actually filmed in St. Louis.
Then there's also, was it White Palace with Susan Sarandon?
That too.
About that one diner that's, well, it's just part of it's downtown St. Louis kind of. Little diner with a little castle looking like thing.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, most filming locations now, it's based on money.
Sure.
Obviously, the
Tax
state
breaks
of,
usually.
Right. Usually the state of Georgia is very
Georgia's
friendly
very
for that.
popular. Yep.
Yeah.
Vancouver is very popular.
Yeah.
Toronto.
yeah.
You get those Canadian tax credits.
Yeah, even that one film with Ben Affleck, and I can't remember her name, but it was supposed to be down in like Cape Girardeau.
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
Gone Girl?
Yeah.
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 Yep. Yeah, there was the fact that bar was very popular.
That's probably one of my favorite movies he's ever done. I really
It was
like
good.
that movie. It's kind of weird, kind of strange, but it's really good.
It was done very well. But as for this particular John Hughes film, it was also done very well. And I mean, it's from 1987.
Yeah, it just goes to show John Hughes, man, he was the man.
He kind of owned the 80s in a
Yeah.
way with a lot of great hits. And I know we talked a little bit about Planes, Trains, and Automobiles on our John Candy episode, which, hey, you can go back and listen to that one as well. But now we're going to do a little bit more of a deeper dive onto, again, just one of my favorite holiday movies.
Before this year, I don't believe I've seen this all the way through for sure. Or I really don't remember it as a kid at all. If my parents ever watched it, at any point. It's probably just, parents are watching a movie of some kind.
Yeah,
I didn't
you
care.
Catch it
Wasn't
on in the
cartoons.
background. You're like, oh, cool, let's see what this is about. Oh, this is pretty funny. And then go off to do whatever
It's
else.
surprising, not very surprising now to me, and John Hughes, but it's surprisingly funny.
It's a very funny movie.
And it's on TV all the time. Starting November, December.
Well, as of recording, you can watch it on Hulu right now. Just saying.
Just saying. So released specifically on November the 25th of 1987 on a budget of $30 million. Kind of I wouldn't say a low budget. I mean, 1987, 30 million's pretty decent for what they were doing. There's not, a lot of special effects.
I was still a little bun baking it in the oven.
Oh, so cute. It made just over $7 million on its opening weekend and only made $49.5 million in the United States and Canada. It was a total gross. I think big part of that reason is because it was rated R.
Yeah.
Because of
I would say so.
one scene that is a very popular scene and very well known, which, hey, it's a St. Louis scene too.
I can relate to that scene.
Yeah.
And honestly, I wish they would have leaned more into the R.
If
Instead of just
More than
for-
just that one scene.
if you're going R, go R.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to do it, do it.
Yep.
Because he doesn't have a lot of R-rated movies.
No.
So
no.
it's like, just go for it.
Yeah. And by he, are we referring to
John Hughes.
John Hughes, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always PG, PG-13, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Typically.
Which, to be fair, PG-13, specifically PG-13, that's like your cash cow right there. The most amount of people are going to be able to see it.
Right. Yeah, it's
But
still going to be
R-rated?
edgy enough for the people that want a little edge to it, but
Yeah,
still clean enough to take kids to see.
sure.
Run time of 1 hour and 33 minutes. This is another one of those. It's like, man, this thing is. You don't realize it's this short.
Right.
I would say it depends on the scene.
True.
Some scenes, it flies by so fast, and then some scenes, it feels kind of long.
Like, you get a lot out of that scene, but none of the scenes, they all feel like they fit well. That it was a good pace. You know, this didn't need to drag on, so I'm glad we've moved on. We've switched scenes. It was very good. So, as mentioned, directed and written by John Hughes, which I think, funny little tidbit is that it was kind of written very quickly and based on kind of one of his personal travel experiences.
Mm-hmm. As the best ideas often are.
No wonder it's got St. Louis in it.
Right, because, you know, he's from Chicago, hence why most of his films are related to Chicago or have something to do with Chicago.
Yeah.
As they say, write what you know.
Right. Yeah, there's no point in not.
Sure.
Might as well. But yeah, worked out so very well. Steve Martin plays Neil Page, marketing. Neil's in marketing.
Comes across as a very stereotypical 80s
Salesman, marketing guy.
Flying from New York to Chicago.
doesn't like people.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of leave me alone. Let me do my work.
The beginning meeting, nothing is being said.
Nope.
They're just sitting in a boardroom waiting for, I guess, the boss guy to say something. And eventually they're just like, yeah, we're going to have to think on this one. He's like, it took him an hour and a half to say that.
Yeah.
I've been
Sounds like one of those infamous, this could have been an email.
Yeah.
I've been in those meetings, and they suck.
Yeah.
It's like maybe
we
you should have decided this before the meeting, and then we have the meeting about the decision.
Yeah.
But nope. You got to fly from Chicago to New York to get no answer.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, so you've got Neil sitting there. He's kind of antsy because he knows he's got to catch that 6 o'clock flight, and well, it even pans to his plane ticket, and it shows a little highlight on the time and stuff. It's like, oh God, I gotta go, and oh my God, I forgot my gloves back at wherever. Hey, his friend, can you go grab? And his friend's like, as he's getting in the elevator, you'll never make the 6.
What a terrible time to have a flight.
Oh
Right.
my God.
I mean, even outside of New York, just anywhere.
Yeah. For
6
real.
o'clock flight, that's terrible.
Right. I mean, this is even before 9/11 with advanced
Oh, yeah.
TSA
This is
security
when you
screenings.
could show up 5 minutes before and still make your flight.
Right.
Kind of the
You
Home
can't
Alone
do that
style
anymore.
running down the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I have been in that situation where it's like you're going to but you could show up 30 minutes before and still have plenty of time to get
Right.
there.
Run the restroom, grab some snacks.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you show up like 3 hours early and you're lucky to make it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I've almost missed flights where I showed up 20 minutes before, but it wasn't that much of a concern. Here, yeah, that's delayed.
Yeah.
And he's pissed off about it. I would be thrilled. Oh, at least I didn't miss it.
Right. I didn't miss it, but now I might be stuck. But along the way, as Neil is trying to get to the airport, he runs into a few interesting characters. One being Del Griffith, played
Well, should
by
we say
John
he runs into his
Candy.
trunk?
Yes. Right. He's introduced to Del via his trunk first.
I love that introduction where he's screwing up with him and they haven't even met, and you haven't even seen him yet.
Right.
But he's already screwing up with him.
Yep.
Also, and I noticed this the second watch through that I did today, the two men that are arguing over the cab, the lawyer and Steve Martin's character, Neil.
Neil. Yep.
Out of the corner of your eye, if you look really hard, you can kind of just see the flash of the blue parka that he's got.
Yeah,
Blue
just for
parka.
a second.
And that he's loading up the trunk, and the cab driver gets out to go help him put it in there.
Yep.
As they're arguing about taking the cab. But you're watching first time, you're focused on the two argue. Oh, well, a man that pays $50 for a cab will surely pay $75. He's right.
Right.
And I forgot his exact wording, but he says something like, like, oh, you're like a true thief or whatever. And he's like, well, close, I'm a lawyer.
Right.
Except he doesn't use lawyer. I'm an attorney.
Yeah.
Because that's what
Yeah.
you said in the 80s. I'm an attorney.
Sure.
Right.
Because it sounds more
Fancy.
fancy.
Right.
Yeah.
Esquire.
Oh.
Yeah, but before that, you see Neil standing on one side of the street, and then you see, hey, it's Kevin Bacon, everybody.
Yeah.
Of
Who
all
doesn't
people.
say a line?
Right. He just yells taxi.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Also, it's during one of my favorite songs during the film because it is so 80s it hurts in a good way.
Right.
Like,
You're all about
oh
this
yeah,
music.
I loved,
This is you. It's your
loved
soundtrack.
it. It started playing. I was like, I did not expect that type of music in here. Okay, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Yeah, because this little instance is before Neil is introduced to Dell's trunk. Because Neil's trying to get ready to cross the street to run across to the cab. It was stopped, and he almost gets run over by the car that's flying down Fifth Avenue or whatever it is.
Also, is his credit, is it really Taxi Racer? Kevin Bacon?
Oh, yeah. That's
Because I mean that's his role. That's
Yeah.
it. That's all he is in it for.
yeah. He is listed as Taxi Racer.
Nice.
Which
It's my band name.
That's a great band name.
Taxi Racer.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, like to bring up Taxi Racer. Give it up.
And then they play like new wave.
Right. Yeah, it's a great way to be introduced, and so Neil's chasing him down the street. He's running and stuff like that, and he catches up to the cab and he goes to open the door, and John's character turns and
Yeah, that look.
And does he trip or does he get pushed or does he pull the door closed? Well, I don't even remember. But something happens and he falls.
I think the taxi takes off. He opens the door and the taxi takes off.
That's
And
right.
then he falls.
And
Right.
then his stuff gets run over.
drops his briefcase.
Yeah, like the two cars behind run over his briefcase.
Like one runs over the one corner of the
kicks
briefcase.
it to the side, and
then the other one
swerves and runs right over it.
Right over
Perfect.
the middle.
Just perfectly hit it. I'm like, that was great.
I mean, it kind of truly is a series of unfortunate events that just happened to that poor man.
Yeah.
I have become a huge fan of movies that are shot in New York City in the 70s and 80s.
Oh,
Usually because they film them in very grimy, gritty, dirty, because that's what it was back then.
Right. Yeah.
Especially just, everything that's popular now, like just go over a few streets over and that's Garbage City.
Right.
I love it. And this is still that time when it's still kind of questionable.
And it's so iconic with like the old 80s car. To me, with the old 80s cars in New York,
And
the
you
old
see
cabs.
it and you immediately know. That's
You
New York
know
City.
where you are. You
Yeah,
already
that's-
know. When you don't even have to see Statue of Liberty, any of that stuff.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Right. And that's also what I loved about it. You don't have to see the skyline, the iconic buildings. You know what it is.
Yep. Lots of people, yellow cabs, old 80s aesthetic.
Yep.
You know where you are.
You know exactly where you are. Yes. So he finally makes it to the airport, and apparently, he goes to sit down, and right there in front of him is Del Griffin.
Reading a Canadian Mountie something book.
Okay.
Very
with
odd.
with a like a book cover that looked a little kind of risque, we'll say. And it's like, what is he reading?
And the way he peeks over it. Yeah. I know you.
Right. Usually I'm really good with names, but I just can't remember you right now. I just can't remember.
And I love how the way Steve Martin realizes who it is.
Right. He's like, oh my God.
This is such a great subtle moment where you see him through the window of the car again.
Right.
But it's in the airport.
Right. It's
the door, and in the background is the airport.
they just have him replay the face.
Yeah. Have him replay the face with a superimposed door of the cab over his face with the airport in the background. Like, that is such a great, subtle detail. Like, it would have been so easy to just reuse the shot of him in the cab.
Right. And you
But
kind of
no.
wonder. You kind of wonder why they didn't, but it makes sense because it would not have been the same.
Right.
It's like another shot, or well, a few shots they do that throughout the movie as well. That we'll probably talk about later.
Like you just, I mean, John Candy's facial expressions in this film
Oh yeah,
are phenomenal.
they are so great.
I mean, I would honestly say it's probably my favorite role of his.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's oof.
If I were to say,
easily top 5.
I'd have to rewatch because it's been a while. The Great Outdoors,
Great Outdoors is
Great
good.
Outdoors.
because that's
he's-
also
yeah.
a pretty good one. But this one is
Big Bear, chase me.
Big Bear Chase Me.
I do love the two roles of his that I really love are Harry Crumb, and I and I and I really love Wagons East.
Okay,
I
will
love
say
his
I've
role
never,
in Wagons East.
I've never seen Wagons East.
I don't think
And
I have
need
either.
to.
Those are two of my
His
I
final
really
official film.
I do really love him in Canadian Bacon too, but
Okay.
I'd say
Is-
Wagons East and Harry Crumb probably
Is
two.
Kevin Bacon in Canadian Bacon?
Not to my knowledge.
That would have been a nice fit, though.
That would have been
for
so
at least a
easy.
cameo.
Just a little meta
So
going
easy.
on there.
He could have been Taxi Runner again,
Right.
or Uncle Buck, of course. Uncle Buck's.
You know, if I
Uncle
was,
Buck's a good one.
if
Yeah.
I were some kind of actor with some kind of claim to fame, it would be fun to just pop in, but play the same character in almost every movie, like Taxi, like a silly.
Yeah.
I mean,
That would be great.
Dick Miller kind of made a career on that. He kind of plays a lot of the same characters, and he's only in like a scene or two for a lot of movies. Some movies is a little more like Gremlins.
I was gonna say, what is it? The dude that plays on Family Matters, but is in Die Hard, the cop.
Oh,
Reginald Val Johnson.
Yes.
Winslow. Winslow.
Yep.
Yep.
Carl
made a
Winslow.
career of being a cop.
Yep.
Do what you do and do it well.
I love Family Matters still.
Carl on duty.
Yep. Carl on duty.
Also, yeah, Die Hard.
Coming to
Great
Xbox
role.
Game Pass.
I'd play it.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, it. As mentioned before, you know, John Hughes kind of was inspired to write this after an actual flight from New York to Chicago that was diverted to Wichita. And it took him 5 days to get home as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's like he did this step by step. This is it.
And I would understand totally in the real world scenario where a snowstorm that's affecting Chicago would probably be affecting St. Louis too.
Correct.
Because you'd think St. Louis would be the closest.
and
Right,
generally
4 to 5 hour
speaking,
drive.
But in this movie, they don't divert to St. Louis, and clearly St. Louis isn't as badly snowed in
Right.
as
When they get back to St. Louis.
you would think that maybe they could have based on the way it looked.
Right. Looked
But-
pretty cleared off.
But for movie purposes,
Right.
we can't do that.
Right. For plot purposes.
Yes.
It'd be an awful short movie
I was
otherwise.
gonna say yes.
Yes.
That's like a hour-long feature on a like just network TV or something.
Yeah.
Well, it could have been a miniseries. 2 30-minute episodes.
A very short one. A mini series.
Micro series.
'Cause, I mean, the end result of the hour and 33-minute runtime, you could kind of say this is the miniaturized version of this. If it's true that there's reported 3-hour potential cut or up to 4 hours of footage, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of footage that you miss out as they whittle it down to 2 hours for a screening. Mm-hmm. And then they chopped off another 27 or so minutes to get it to 133.
Yeah, and I gather a lot of the things that were cut were really funny, just scenes. But of course, the way they make movies, if it doesn't go to the complete plot of getting from A to B to C,
Yeah.
you got to cut it, no
would
matter
im-
how good it is.
Yeah, I would imagine anytime John Candy was on set, same with Chris Farley, it's just a riot to watch them go.
Oh, sure.
All right, a lot of
Yep.
improvisation.
Because I remember when I was in scriptwriting classes, that was the one thing they always said is it doesn't matter how good the scene is, if it doesn't contribute to the overall plot, you got to cut it out,
Or if it-
regardless.
Or if you don't get the right audience reaction at that moment,
Yeah,
which,
that's-
you know,
that's even worse.
Because then you're letting 60 people decide.
Exactly.
Or whatever,
Yeah.
how many screenings you do to do your research.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that whole concept of test screenings. It's nice to have other people view your work, because then it's like, okay, I'm too
Kind of
into
independent,
it.
not
I want
friends
a
and
second
family.
opinion.
Yeah.
But when you have the general public are idiots. I mean,
They don't know what they want.
they don't know how film works.
Yeah, that's why every film has to spell everything out for the audience,
Yes.
and they literally say it line by line exactly what's happening, instead of the one movie that we watched, Time Machine,
I'll say narrow it down.
Time Machine stuff.
Oh, Primer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Primer does not.
It's complete opposite.
It is the complete opposite.
It made me feel dumb.
Yeah, you can watch the movie 20 times and you still have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, you have a minor idea, but you don't know the intricacies. Yeah. I like a movie that doesn't talk down to you,
I agree.
and unfortunately, that's not the mass audience.
Right.
But I don't like the idea of the general public deciding you should cut these things because this isn't what's good.
Right.
Now, how would you know? Did you go to film school? Are you a director?
You didn't get half the screening room to chuckle at that joke,
Right.
or chuckle at that
Right.
moment, or respond
Or it's the wrong demographic.
Correct.
Because sometimes, like I was watching an interview with Adam Green, who did the Hatchet movies, and he said that I forget which Hatchet movie it was, but they did a test screening, and he described it as a bunch of old people, and he said, just so you know, this is a comedy horror movie. This is not to be taken seriously. And the moment he said horror, he said he just saw everyone check out, and immediately he said, I lost the audience, and they hated the movie. And it's like, if you don't have the right demographic, yeah, they're not going to like it, regardless of how good it is.
Right. Then you might think your movie's crap, when in reality it could have been very, very good.
Exactly.
Originally.
Yeah. I think it's better to have other filmmakers view it rather than the general public.
Right.
That being said, though, the reason they bring in general public is because the general public are the people who are buying the tickets.
You're going to buy the tickets.
They're going to be the ones
buy
who are going to make or
merchandise,
break your movie, so make
word
it
of
for
mouth.
them.
Yeah, because back then it was all about word of mouth.
Sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That, or like the reviewers,
Right. Siskel and Ebert.
like those type, the people you read in the newspaper.
All right. It's not like it is now with, you get everybody's review, whether you want it or not.
Yep.
And some people are they're just dead set against a certain genre, certain person.
Yep.
The key grip, they don't like that person. They know he worked on it, so they're going to pan the movie because that person was the key grip. Mm-hmm. They used the wrong catering company. Don't like this movie. I don't care how good it is because I don't like this catering company. Some people are actually like that. It's just...
I don't like this one person, therefore I don't like the entire thing.
Yep.
There's more to it than that one thing.
Yeah, so they end up getting on the flight, going to Chicago, so they think, and some interesting little seats. They're boarding the plane, and Dell's already seated, and, well, Neil's having some problems trying to get to where he was supposed to be in first class. He had booked a first class ticket, but apparently he had got bumped and moved to there because of the delay or whatever it was. And the lady's like, just be glad you're on the plane.
Yeah.
Go sit in the back.
Yep.
And she wasn't really having any of his shit. This is kind of where it all starts. He's having trouble kind of with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and it comes up later that, he's not a very tolerant person of other people around him. And when something doesn't go his way, he loses his shit. Mm-hmm. And
You're messing with the wrong guy.
And this is definitely, the start of that.
Right. This is where I know we've kind of already really seen that.
Yeah,
with
right.
His
With the
interaction with
cab.
the attorney and the cab
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Yeah, so he's heading on back to Coach.
I kind of do love, real quick, how they did use an attorney, because you think about the slimiest person ever, usually like a used car salesman and an attorney, right?
Yep.
And they totally used him in going up and putting him against, his character, which is also not a great person in the beginning. So
Marketing sales.
I'd love to appeal to your better nature because I'd like to. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I don't have one.
Right.
And I love that quick cut that they have in the airplane where it's like, you're going to have to find a place in Coach, and cuts to Del
Del.
Griffith. Hey, look who it is.
Hey, Neil, right? Come on in.
It is such a great, like, smack, like, hey.
And sitting on the other side of him is Bill Irwin, man
Oh,
on
yeah,
plane.
and I'm so disappointed that they cut that.
As,
That's
yeah,
one
as
of the
much,
only
yeah.
deleted scenes that is widely available is them eating on that plane. And yeah, he's hard of hearing, which is great. But I there's also a much extended, which apparently is cut, but there's no deleted scene for it, where he's babbling. John Candy's babbling about, oh yeah, I hate people who babble too much, and if you do talk too much, and apparently that scene went on for quite a long time. I would
Right.
love to see that.
Right, the entire thing. Because there was so much going on when they're all eating which, you don't get meals on flights anymore unless it's overseas trips. pretty
I'm
much.
old enough. I remember those meals.
Yeah, you're lucky to
They
get
weren't
prepackaged
great.
snacks.
Right. It was
They
like-
weren't great, but they're better than
It
nothing.
was like sandwiches and things like that. That's the last I really seen.
Oh, I remember back whenever you'd get like Salisbury steak and a salad and a
That's
brownie.
the first
and-
thing I think of.
Or you'd get like a little chicken breast, and but it was always with a salad and like a brownie, maybe some corn on the side, and you had these weird little
Trays.
the little trays that weren't quite tan, but they were kind of like a light tan color,
Kind of like a cream.
kind of a creamish color. Yeah. They looked like they were about 10 years out of date.
Yeah, it had the
Like
little-
something out of a school lunchroom.
Right, just
Worse,
miniature
But
size.
smaller.
But yeah, much smaller.
Mini
yeah.
size.
Yeah, that was back when I was flying from St. Louis to California 4 times a year throughout the 90s.
Yeah, I can't imagine it just, to me, it seems weird that they would eat on a flight from New York to Chicago. That doesn't seem like a long
Right,
flight. Like
that's-
maybe 2 hours.
At the most, to me, it seems like about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. John Candy's character, Del Griffith, he's like, we're not going to Chicago. I forget what his line, but he's like,
Or he's kind of like hedging a bet.
yeah, hedging a bet, something about his balls, and then we're not going to Chicago.
Yeah, so they're having a nice little conversation. Bill Irwin, the man on airplane, is
Who's in Home Alone?
right as man in the airport.
He was man in the airport
who
with his wife.
Yeah, Kevin McAllister's mom has to make a deal
Yep.
to get their seat on the plane.
Yep. That old man. Yeah, another John Hughes movie.
Yep, with John Candy in an
Yeah.
airport
Yep.
related to Chicago.
Yep.
Getting in a vehicle and going somewhere.
Right,
I feel like I've seen this before.
right. There's
Snowstorms.
there's a theme, right? More snow,
At least there's no polka in this one.
right? Polka, polka, polka.
Polka, polka.
They had a minor hit back in the 70s.
Oh gosh. Yeah, so obviously Dell's already rubbed or touched on a nerve with Neil, and then he starts taking his socks and shoes off. It's like, oh god,
We've all been there. We had a friend or a parent or somebody. As soon as they take their shoes off, you're just like, oh God, get out of here.
I've been on those flights. Somebody takes off their shoes, and you just kind of look over across the aisle, and you're like, oh, Christ.
I'm like, why?
Here we go.
Oh gosh, and then he starts talking about what he does. Sell shower rings, shower curtain rings. Sell some of the best.
I do love when you actually see him in action later, and he's selling them.
Yeah,
The bullshit
Not-
he makes up.
Right.
Not for
to
the
sell
purpose
them.
of showers, though.
right.
Not necessarily.
Right. These are filled with
Sometimes.
helium.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was my favorite. Yeah, they got helium in them. They actually are lighter.
Yeah, they use some really good examples with all of that.
I think one was the Walter Cronkite moon ring.
Yes. God.
I just wish
that
that
he came up with.
supposedly whenever they showed on TV, they added in that deleted scene on the airplane
Oh,
so they can
while
cut out
eating?
the F word scene later.
Fair, yeah.
So they just exchange the two, which is why that one's so readily available.
Yeah, because in a deleted scene, I guess you would say deleted scene, you can watch on YouTube. You know,
Yeah, it's also a bonus feature on the DVD.
yeah. Lady is sitting in front of Neil on the plane. She flings her long brown hair back, and it goes all over his tray. And
Yeah, it's because
Neil's
he's like,
disgusted.
"What do you suppose this was?" And he goes, "Well, that was lasagna whenever hours ago."
right when it was heated up, cooled down, heated up again,
Yeah.
cooled down, heated, and now it's what it is.
Would you? Yeah, you're not going to eat that. I'll take it.
Right, kind of referring to like his brownie or something like that.
Yeah,
Some
and then
kind of dessert.
They talked to Bill Irwin about, "Do you want the roll?" Huh? Well, yeah, I'm having a great time. No, would you like half the roll? Huh?
Right, 'cause
I mean, he is great in that scene.
he was, yeah. Urban, he did really good on that.
Feels like me half the time.
Right. Just can't hear things on there.
Just nod, smile, and wave.
When in doubt, yep.
Yes. Have some.
Yeah,
We're all going to die in a fire. Yes, I'm having a great time. Thank you.
right, then it comes across the intercom that sorry folks, we're gonna have to divert to Wichita, and that tune that they play every time something bad happens. That
Yep.
I did notice that the second playthrough.
they end up landing in Wichita, and then you got Bill or Ben Stein.
Oh yeah.
He's kind of
I forgot he
The
was in that
one
too.
quick scene.
right. So he's kind of going over things and sorry, folks. Looks like the flight to Chicago's not going to happen.
And this is something that I took many times before I noticed. The destination right behind him says nowhere.
Right.
Like that's genius.
Instead of just saying delayed or canceled or something.
I mean, the movie could have been called Destination Fucked,
Yeah.
Yeah, it really could.
especially later.
Yeah.
So, Neil calls home and he wants to let his wife know, sorry, darling, sorry, honey, it looks like gonna get in later because he was supposed to be home at 9. It's like, yeah, we should be there by 9, whatever.
I'll wait up
No
for
later
ya.
than 10.
Right.
Yeah.
But not
Where
gonna
are
happen.
you? I'm in Wichita.
Wichita.
Kansas?
How did you end up there? Like, well, apparently it snowed so much in Chicago that we got rerouted to Wichita.
What's that got to do with you being in Wichita?
All right.
That's the one thing that I think would have made the movie a little bit better, but they cut the entire subplot, is the fact that she thought that he was having an affair.
Which I mean, when you find that out and then you go back and
Then
watch
you
it,
watch
you
it, it
see
makes
her
to-
reactions
yeah, it
because
makes
you could
total
tell
sense.
she's getting a little pissed internally. She's like,
She's very
"Something's up."
conflicted. Yeah. And it cuts like mid conversation. And it's
Looking at it through
and it
that
happened a
lens.
few times. Every time that he talked to her, she's getting more disturbed that she thought he was having an affair with someone in Wichita.
Which makes sense why the ending of
Exactly.
the movie of her
why
like
she's so emotional.
yes
Yes.
and because he shows up with a guy. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, this is my friend. I met him on this little crazy trip that I had.
And he mentions that in one of the phone calls. Like, I'm going to spend the night. The guy I met on the plane, you're going to spend the night with a stranger you met on the plane? And it, like, cuts.
Right. She keeps referring to, or he keeps referring to Dell. And it's kind of like the Jake from State Farm commercial.
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing.
It's the same thing. Yeah. And I think
What are you wearing? Jake from State Farm.
I love that commercial.
khakis.
She even sounds hideous.
Right. I love that commercial so
Right.
much.
It worked so well.
Yeah. And it's the same thing. They
Yeah.
just cut the entire subplot.
Right.
Whenever you find out what they cut and then you rewatch the movie, it feels much more choppy.
Things make a lot more
Yeah.
sense
It now I cannot see it without feeling like it feels chopped
because there's
because
lines of
there's so
dialogue.
much cut
Well, in a lot
that
of ways,
refers to things that are cut.
Right.
yeah, in a lot of ways, it was chopped, right?
It
But
was.
for somebody coming into it new, i.e., me. I didn't know that. So it kind of just all fit together. But her crying at the end
The
was
ending
just a
always
little,
was odd.
Yeah, a little off. I'm like, why? I mean, I know
No, she's really
Is she
emotional.
happy that he's home?
And it isn't so much that she's so emotional. It's the conversation. Hello, Mr. Griffith. Hello, Mrs. Page. Like, it's almost like, do they know each other? Was there a past? Like,
right.
what is that?
Well,
always confused me.
Well, I mean, you think back on it now and you're like, well, it's because she's heard so much about him. He's heard so
Exactly.
much about her.
Exactly.
Because one of his first comments after Neil gets off the phone at that point, you know, he can see the look on Neil's face, and he's like, trouble on the home front or trouble at home or whatever.
And he doesn't want to talk about it.
Right.
But yeah, there's a lot of conversations that would have made that ending make a little more sense.
Yeah, it's like those lines of dialogue make more sense once you realize so much stuff is chopped out.
Yeah, there's whole subplots that got cut that I would have liked to kind of seen a little more of.
Yeah. Like I said, at least the 2-hour cut.
Yeah,
That'd
at
be
least
great.
that. Yeah. Give me that. Give me a director's cut. That's fine. I'm not holding my breath, though. Maybe if he was still alive, I would have more hope.
Release the John Hughes cut.
That's what I keep saying.
Hashtag release the Hughes cut.
Yep.
Yes, that'd be so great. So anyway, they try to figure out. He's like, "Oh, well, while you were on the phone, I was on the phone with the name of the hotel that he's stayed at previously."
Showing he's very road wise.
Right.
This ain't his first rodeo.
Right. He's always traveling. He's always on the go. You find out why later,
You're right.
but he travels a lot.
Oh, and even prior to that, when they're on the plane, he's given his rundown of which airlines he has what meals.
Yes.
Because he always has a special meal depending on the
Right.
airline.
It's like if I'm on this airline, I get with the kids' meal because it's the hot dog, it's chips, it's whatever. If it's on this one, I get the sandwich. It's got this, and this. It's really great.
If I do it on this, I always get the fish because, the fish is great.
Right. So he spends a lot of time. Flying.
He knows what he's doing.
Yes, he really does. He's a very savvy individual. You gotta give him credit.
He goes with the flow.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He really goes with the flow. So anyway, they gotta get a cab, and we're back to a cab idea again, and they're talk about splitting the cab, and Dell's like, hey, you take care of the cab, I'll take care of the hotel room, and I'll make sure that you get a room too.
He owes me a favor because I sold him some shower rings, which is like his line for everything.
Right. So next thing, they're riding in a very
I love that car.
hoopty kind of
That car
taxi.
is awesome.
What in the hell are they riding in?
That car is, all the Hellfire decor inside. Oh, I love it.
Was I watching Blade Runner?
Right. It's like a cyberpunk kind of car.
Yeah, straight out of
Yeah.
It looks
of
like a
the-
car you would customize in some.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
South LA or something like that.
Yeah.
What blew my mind, and I don't know how many times I've seen this, and I never noticed it but it has the hydraulics in it.
Right.
That actually lowered.
Whenever they stop
Uh-huh.
to
Yeah.
get out at the hotel.
I was like, that was an interesting touch.
All right. And that couple's fighting outside the door, and Neil's just like, oh my God. What kind of hotel is this?
Oh, and the driver is Larry Hankin.
Yep.
Doobie. What a great name.
Yeah.
Doobie's, I think it was Doobie's Texiola.
Something.
Is the name, something like that.
It was painted on the side of the car.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Larry Hankin also shows up here, showing my nerd cred. Shows up in a few episodes of Star Trek Voyager as a pool shark guy on the holodeck.
Huh.
Plays a lot of like suave characters.
Cool cat, kinda.
Yeah, yeah. He's another guy who's kind of made his whole career on that same type character. But he's great in every
if
role.
this were the 50s, he'd be a greaser.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
As they're driving along to the hotel, though, Neil's like, can you ask him how much longer it's going to be?
Yeah. I gather it's not right in Wichita.
Right. I was like, hey, dude.
Why didn't we take the highway?
Right. Why didn't we take the interstate?
Because I thought your friend would like to see the scenery.
Right. You said your friend
It's
was
at
new here.
night. I can't see anything.
Well, some people are really proud of their hometown. It's really rare these days.
That's where he lives. Gosh, Dell. Hello. So they go in and you see where they're kind of switching the card around.
Oh,
when
yeah.
it comes to be paying,
Wasn't it like his diner's card or something?
something like that.
Yeah.
Because both Dell and Neil each have the same looking card, and that's how the cards get mixed up.
I have never run into the same person with the same card as me.
Right.
And I'm
Right.
sure there's somebody out there that does.
Right. I mean,
But in
bank
my immediate
cards-
group.
yeah,
Yeah.
bank cards, it's a little more common.
I would say, I'm assuming back in the 80s, because you didn't have personalized cards.
Oh, good point.
It was pretty much just like
Yeah, your MasterCard had the
MasterCard
yellow
was the
and orange
MasterCard.
logo or whatever. It
the
was.
Visa card was the Visa card.
Yep.
Like,
Discover card was black with orange letters.
Yeah, like
Also, shout out to the 80s with the whole the check machine where you
Right. To
see, you
physically
say
run
80s,
the card.
but when I worked in my bookstore,
That was up to
15
90s.
years ago. We had those buried in the cupboard just in case that the network went down.
Some places still use them.
Oh my god.
There was, I forget what year it was, but it was less than 10 years ago, and I took a little self-road trip just down to southwest Missouri, and I stopped for gas, and that's how they ran my credit card. And I felt like they were playing the theme for Deliverance in that place, and I was a little afraid when I left there.
Heard some pigs
I
squealing in the
passed a
background.
gas station that was closed that had a tree growing through the middle of it. That's where I was, and I was like, I don't belong here.
Talk about PII laying around like on
Right.
pieces of paper.
'Cause, I mean, that
Jeez.
was big back in like Famous Bar, JCPenney,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Oh, I specifically remember going shopping with my mom. She'd buy something.
Yep.
Famous
Venture.
bar, and you'd hear
Yep.
Venture, absolutely.
Macy's,
Yep.
Sears.
Running that card.
Yep.
So, I mean, if it bounced, it bounced. I mean,
Well, you wouldn't even know for days.
right.
Because you
they
got to
Yeah.
send it in.
They still had to send it in and
Oh
submit
my
it.
god.
Yeah, you wouldn't be immediately denied.
Yeah, that's why you're buying things
Take a
on
few
credit.
days.
Go ahead, charge it.
Wow.
Yep.
There had to be plenty of people that got away with all kinds
Well,
of
yeah.
stuff.
I mean,
back then.
imagine the level of fraud back then.
Jesus.
They could have had anybody's name on it. You're not even if you're doing ID, even if as long as it had a valid expiration date, the number didn't have to be true.
And
Sure.
half the time, if you're a clerk, you're 9 to 5
You're
job.
just
You're
trying to get
trying
these
to-
people out.
Oh, yeah.
Just
And
trying to make it
especially-
to my, in quotations, my weekend.
Especially holiday season.
Oh,
you're
gosh, yeah.
going through as many as you're just trying to get through.
Yep. I mean, I do remember using those when I worked doing the Santa Claus thing with the pictures. Running that, taking payments for that. I was like, okay, this is wild.
I remember here's where they are in case the network goes down, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to use those. I'm just going to say,
Yeah.
you got to pay cash.
I'm
not gonna
We
do it,
had to
but-
pull that stuff out at the Microsoft store one time.
But they're almost like a mobile cell phone, but like 3 or 4 times as thick. Mm-hmm. And they're this big handheld thing. And you stick the card in it, and you do the little pin, and then print out a little receipt,
Right.
and then you have to like double receipt it so you can attach it to different things. Yeah, there was a whole system with that, but it wasn't like
Bringing out the thing.
full on.
You're sliding the carbon copy over it.
Yeah, it wasn't like a full on physical like clunk clunk thing.
Yeah, that's what mine was. And I'm just not going to use it. There was one time that the network went down and we would have had to have used it. And I was just like, I was the manager on duty too. And I'm like, I'm just not going to mess with that. And I'm like, nope, it's cash only. Sorry.
For us youngins, credit cards used to be made of metal.
No, they've always been
Always
plastic.
been plastic.
As far as I can remember.
As far as I remember.
Okay.
Maybe
but just some of the
way back.
high-end ones will sometimes be metal, like your
Yeah.
Platinums or your Apple
There
Card or
are
whatever.
Typically like American Express, probably.
Yeah.
There are some of those like mythical ones. I forget what they're called, but there are some of the mythical ones that are actual metal, but I forget what they're called.
Apple Card's that way.
Like the MasterCard Black, whatever is
Yeah.
usually like a
Yeah,
corporate
yeah.
card
Yeah.
that they'll give.
Super high end.
Yeah.
You drop in and just ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. I mean, I know they
love
exist.
the weight. To
I
them.
do, too.
It's like, ooh, I'm spending money.
So like, even though I canceled my Apple Card, I kept it because it's cool.
I hear that. Even it's those physical objects that we love.
Yeah, so as soon as they go in there, Del rings the bell and the clerk comes out. Del Griffin, how have you been? Okay, why don't you meet my friend Neil here, go way back and stuff like that. So they're going
Way
through.
back to this afternoon.
Yeah, it's like, like the
Typical salesman.
yeah.
We go way back.
Yeah, I told him, you'd have a room here for him. So, it's all right. You guys get the last room. Yep.
You mean we're sharing a room?
Yep.
And not only sharing a room,
sharing a bed.
and I love the look on their face when they see that.
The music cues that play.
Yep.
Oh my god.
The camera shot is one that I always marvel at. It's Steve Martin's point of view, and he's looking across the room, sees the bed.
Right, he's panning the room.
And then the pans across, and you just see John Candy's face, and he just kind of smiles. I love that shot. And the music playing on top of it is perfect.
You want to take a shower? No.
No,
No.
no, I didn't mean like, at the same time. No, I meant you first. Yeah, all right, yeah.
Right, so
It's funny. That always cracks me up because there was one time when I was driving back from California with my dad, who was moving back at the time, and my roommate at the time. We flew out there. We helped him pack up, and we were driving back, and we stopped in Oklahoma City, and they were doing this was on spring break, so March Madness is going on, and Oklahoma City was one of the host cities that year.
Yeah,
so
big.
hotels were booked. We just pulled into a hotel. We had no idea. We pull in. We're like, yeah, we need a room, and they're like, well, we've only got one room left. I mean, it was just like a scene out of this movie. We're like, okay, whatever, fine. And they're like, it's the honeymoon suite. We were like, whatever, it's it's fine. It's one night, no big deal. We walk in. They called it honeymoon suite. There were 2 beds in it, but there was a heart-shaped tub.
okay.
And we took turns taking pictures of ourselves sleeping in the heart-shaped tub, which I do have a picture of it on the fridge of me in the tub.
Okay. Nice.
But it's
Oh, I see.
it's
It's
on
around
the
on
side.
the side.
But yeah, I know what that's like when it's like you only got one room left and it's like, oh, we're sharing the honeymoon suite with my dad and the guy I live with. Woohoo. Oh boy.
Whoa. That's usually how news
Better
stories
call
end up.
the in quotations pizza boy.
Yeah. Yeah. We still
Special
joke about
delivery.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Which
I'm here to fix the cable. Yeah, we still joke about that day.
Which Pizza Boy? That's one of the scenes that technically got cut out of
Yeah,
this film
and
too.
that's another one that's
Because
disappointing.
apparently, while Neil is taking a shower or something like that, Del calls for pizza, pays the pizza boy out of cash in Neil's wallet.
Yep.
Or something, because it's
Yep,
when he's
that's-
going to put the card back into
Because all
Neil's
the cash
wallet.
that he's got, the pizza boy sees it.
Right.
And that's who breaks in and steals all the cash.
Right.
It's the pizza boy.
Because you don't know who the hell that guy is.
You don't
You're
have a
like,
clue
why
what's going on.
why'd this guy target them?
It's very
Right.
random. It's like, well, what? That's kind of random. Like, okay, sure, they got robbed, but like, how would he know this room?
Exactly.
Oh.
It's the pizza boy. See, that's another thing that I think would have made more sense if you had that scene.
There does need to be a supercut of
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Which then, if you follow up to that at the diner, now I know we're skipping past some of the great scenes here with the bedroom in the hotel.
One of the most iconic scenes.
Right. They're, eating breakfast at the diner. Neil's like, hey, I got breakfast or whatever. And he goes to open his wallet and there's no money in it.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, come on.
You know goddamn well what's wrong.
Right.
There's $263 in here, and you can count them.
That you paid for, that you paid the pizza boy with money or whatever on my wallet, and you put the card back in there. And there's this much in there, not $1 more, not $1 less.
Yeah, you take a look, and if there's not, you call me a liar.
Right.
It's empty.
And
What?
Neil opens it up. And Like, real funny. What? It's empty.
We got robbed. In that same, where they're staying in the hotel, there's also another thing that they referenced, something that was cut about the beer exploding.
On the bed.
Yeah, because he said he's got to sleep on the bed with the spilled beer, and he talks about, well, that's what happens whenever you have the bed vibrating.
Right.
And you have beer
That's
on
one of
it.
the first things you see when Dell sits down on the bed to get comfortable.
Put a little nickel
Puts
in.
in,
Yeah.
puts the coin in, bed starts vibrating, reaches over, grabs his ashtray, and smoking a cigarette,
Yeah.
watching some TV while Neil's taking a shower.
Yeah, and in the middle there, he has beer on there that explodes. but
Apparently, we
That's all
don't
cut.
see it. Yeah,
We don't know.
God,
see
that
it.
would have been a pretty comical moment too.
Right.
And
Like, I can just see it, like, it just, and he's like, oh, shit. Like, oh.
and he just starts grabbing things, and it just happens to be like Neil's things. To,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, of course it would
Exactly.
be. Because you can't use the towels because Dell used up all the towels except for one wash rag.
God, that is the worst.
I've been in that situation.
I've been in that,
That
situation.
wash-
I did it to myself once.
That wash rag works if you need it to.
You can
Yeah.
make it work, yeah.
It'll do the job, but it sucks.
It may take a little longer, but
Uh-huh. I saw an interview with Steve Martin, and he said that he got athlete's foot from that scene
oh my god,
Oh,
I
I
could
believe
have
because of
Imagine
all
imagined
the
that-
water on the floor.
Yeah.
He said it was like the first time since like high school he got athlete's foot.
Yeah, stagnant water. And
Yeah.
Nasty. Ugh.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you have probably the most iconic scene of the movie with him waking up. Yeah.
Hey, Dell, why'd you kiss me? Why are you holding my hand? Where's your other hand? In between two pillows?
Those aren't pillows. They're like, shaking themselves.
You catch that Bears game? Hell of a game. Hell of a game. Got a good team this year.
Great team this year.
Defense looking good. But of course, that's the morning after they kind of get into it.
Yeah.
They really get
Yeah.
into it because Neil's pretty much fucking had it already.
Yeah.
He's blowing up and just kind of just going after him pretty hard.
Very personally.
Yes.
Very personal. Like it's almost uncomfortable to watch. It's that personal.
Yeah. I mean, we'll just go ahead and play the scene now, just so you can hear. Because I could read it, but it's just not the same.
It's a really good. The whole scene. It's a very good speech from both of them.
It is, yeah, and just the speech back from Dell's point of view. It's like, man, yeah, it's pretty good,
Why? What? That's it. If I don't clear my sinuses, I'll snore all night. Gee, if your kid spills his milk, what do? Slap him in the head?
What? What is that supposed to mean?
You're not a very tolerant person.
Look, you've been under my skin since New York, starting with ripping off my cab.
God, you're a tight ass.
How'd you like a mouthful of teeth?
Oh, and hostile, too. Nice personality combination. Hostile and intolerant. That's borderline criminal.
Screw you. You spilled beer all over the bed. You smoke. You mess up the bathroom.
Well, who let you stay in the room? I even let you pay for it so you wouldn't feel like an intruder, which you most certainly are.
Oh, I'm an intruder.
Yes, you're an intruder. I was having a perfectly nice trip until you walked into my life.
I walked into your life. Who was that who talked my ear off on the plane? Who was that? I'm curious.
Well, who told you to book a room? I did, out of the goodness of my dumb old heart. Boy, you're an ungrateful jackass. Well, go ahead, sleep in the lobby, see if I care. I hope you wake up so stiff you can't even move.
You're no saint. You got a free cab, you got a free room, and someone who'll listen to your boring stories. I mean, didn't you notice on the plane when you started talking, eventually I started reading the vomit bag? Didn't that give you some sort of clue, like, hey, maybe this guy's not enjoying it? Everything is not an anecdote. You have to discriminate. You choose things that are funny or mildly amusing or interesting. You're a miracle. Your stories have none of that. They're not even amusing accidentally. Honey, I'd like you to meet Del Griffith. He's got some amusing anecdotes for you. Oh, and here's a gun so you can blow your brains out. You'll thank me for it. I could tolerate any insurance seminar. For days, I could sit there and listen to them go on and on with a big smile on my face. They'd say, how can you stand it? And I'd say, because I've been with Del Griffith. I can take anything. You know what they'd say? They'd say, I know what you mean. The shower curtain ring guy. Whoa. It's like going on a date with a chatty Cathy doll. I expect you to have a little string on your chest, you know, that I pull out and have to snap back. Except I wouldn't pull it out and snap it back. You would. And by the way, you know, when you're telling these little stories, here's a good idea. Have a point. It makes it so much more interesting for the listener.
You want to hurt me? Go right ahead if it makes you feel any better. I'm an easy target. Yeah, you're right. I talk too much. I also listen too much. I could be a cold-hearted cynic like you. But I don't like to hurt people's feelings. Well, you think what you want about me. I'm not changing. I like me. My wife likes me. My customers like me. Because I'm the real article. What you see is what you get.
So after they have their moment in the diner, and they're kind of arguing and stuff like that, you know, they're kind of sitting out in front of the diner because they're like waiting on somebody to come pick them up.
Gus's son.
Right.
It was the guy at the hotel.
Right.
Oh my God.
And that's where you see Dylan Baker.
Yeah.
I think that was his first role.
Could be.
So when he gets out of the truck, and
His
he
tics.
has like the dip in his lip, and he starts going and like sucking in on
Yep.
like his sinuses or whatever's going on there.
Which was all ad-libbed, by the way.
It is so good. I was laughing so hard. Like I'm sitting here working throughout the day while watching the movie multiple times this week. And this part happens, and I have to stop and watch it because the tics that he has is like so spot on from anyone you know that like chews tobacco and is maybe a little more country,
A little more simple.
a little more, yeah. And
And I can't remember his
the
wife's
noises.
name,
Oh my
but
God!
the lady who played her had a hard time keeping a straight face.
Oh,
because
I
of
could
what
only
she was
imagine.
doing.
Because, I mean, the truck pulls up, and granted, you know, it's you know, you got Dell, you got Neil, you got the trunk.
It's a faithfully used truck.
Right, like a used GMC Chevy kind of pickup truck. Standard cab, mind you. Very
Yeah.
beat up, just rolls up. And, you know, they see that there's 3 people already in the cab.
Yeah.
Or-
I hope that's not him.
Yeah, I love that. He's
Right.
like, is that him? I hope not. I think we've all been that place too. Someone's
So-
coming to pick you up, and it's like, oh, I hope that's not the person.
And it always is.
So like you said, he gets out, he comes walking around the truck. The camera's focused on his boots, which kind of reminds you of the boots that the old guy in Home Alone was wearing.
Yeah.
The old
snow
kind of
boots.
snow
Marley's
boots.
boots.
Right, that have
Yeah.
the metal clasps and stuff like that, the
Yeah.
rubber boots. And yeah, he's making all those weird ass noises.
And the faces he makes while
Right.
he's doing it is, oh god.
It's like straight-faced sucking on snot.
Yep.
Like mouth wide open, agape.
Yep.
This isn't-
You the ring salesman? Take it to Wichita?
He spits, he goes to wipe, and then he shakes
Neil's hand.
Yeah, Neil's
So
hand.
that's the other thing I found out is, so they did that scene a couple times, and they're like, you know, something's just missing. We need some. So he said, so John Hughes went up to him and said, spit in your hand before you shake his hand.
Right, or
So
like wipe your mouth.
It's
or
something,
Yeah.
get some kind of saliva on your hand before, and didn't tell Steve Martin. So Steve Martin's reaction of is genuine.
It's the real deal. I mean, that's sometimes how you got to do it to get the proper reaction you want.
Oh yeah, and I gather Steve Martin's kind of a clean freak, so he was
Probably he's always
he was a
been very
little
neat.
he was aghast by it.
I mean, that's like you were telling us a scene in Halloween where they knew it was going to come through the window.
Oh, that's Friday the 13th.
Or Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th,
yeah.
part 4.
Yes.
Yeah, where I forget what his name was, who was playing him in that movie. But yeah, Jason was coming through the window to grab Corey Feldman. They didn't tell Corey Feldman when that was going to happen. so he's screaming for his
Legitimately
life.
scared.
Oh, man.
And I remember seeing the interview with him, and they said, "Oh, are you okay? Are you okay?" Right? No, I'm not okay. I wasn't okay for a long time.
I'm still not okay.
Sure. I do love whenever he's talking about his wife, where get your lazy ass out here
Yes.
and pick up the. No, we got us. She's stronger than she looks.
Right.
She had the baby to come out sideways.
Sideways.
Our first child, he came out sideways.
Yep.
And the look on their face, like, really?
I mean, it sounds like something of the simple folk would say something like that.
Yeah,
I'm trying to put it politely.
yeah. Total BS.
Yeah.
PC.
Whatever.
Right. But it's just funny because he's like, you take a train, take you Wichita. People train don't run out of Wichita.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get on a train unless you a hog.
People train runs out of wherever. Had to go to
I think it was Stubbsville or something.
Yeah.
So like,
And then they got that dog in the back,
right, which you don't know the dog.
which you don't know it's there.
This is the rolling along, and it's freezing.
And this
cold.
is set up so perfectly because he forgot his gloves at the office.
Yep.
Yep.
He sees the gloves in the hay. They're
like-
freezing. They're riding
like,
in the back
oh.
of a truck. Oh, I'm going to reach for those.
And then,
And I love how he's asking, like, how far is it to Stubbsville? And he goes, 30 miles,
depending on which way he went.
depending on which way he went. Maybe 40. Certainly no more than 45. Now, if you took the back roads, it might be as much as 70.
Again, knowing that type of individual, they would definitely take the back roads.
Certainly. Well, and especially because you had Doobie's vehicle, which didn't take the highway, so why would this guy take the highway?
Yeah, and apparently during this scene, the segment, they had to keep chasing, running for, finding areas that had snow because
That was definitely a problem
Right.
during production.
Yeah, so production took a lot longer than it normally would have for something like this because they had to keep chasing the weather to go find the weather.
And every time they'd go, it was gone.
Right. They get there, boom, gone.
Yep. I love whenever they're pulling into town and he says, "How warm do you think it is?" He goes, one."
Right. They pull up and they're both teeth chattering, face frosted over. The dog's frosted over too. His face. How did you do that? God.
That is great.
Yeah. It's like just that nice little touch. Going back to the airplane though, the exterior of that aircraft that's in flight, because they cut to the plane flying. It's actually a reuse of the 707 flying through the storm from the movie Airplane,
Yeah.
also by Paramount Pictures.
A little known fact.
Well, how about that?
So that's why it's like it really looks fake. Is it? That's what 9 years before, something like that, wasn't it?
7 years.
80. Okay, so
Yeah,
1980.
80 years. Yeah,
Jeez.
1980. Yeah, that is kind of a fun, for people who are big film buffs, that's kind of a fun little thing, looking for reused shots from other movies. It happens more often than one would like to admit.
Or reused sounds.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, sounds, my God. There are some sounds that once you hear it once, you'll never unhear it.
Wilhelm scream. There you go.
Certain door closing sounds.
Yep.
Oh my God. There was one I was watching not too long ago, and it's the same door sound that they used in the 93 Doom games.
Whoa.
Like, it's that same door closing. I'm like, oh my God. It's like that
Ka-chink.
sci-fi-ish. Yeah, it's got like a ka-chink sound
Yeah.
on it. It's like, oh no. Or wind sounds. Those are reused a lot.
Thunder.
So, they get to the train station, obviously, finally, and the name of the fictional railroad is called Contract, which is a combination of Conrail and Amtrak, which were two well-known American railroad operations. Obviously, we're familiar with Amtrak, not so much
Yeah.
Conrail.
Nope.
And neither one wanted their name associated with.
Can't imagine why.
Can't imagine why.
And apparently, John Hughes' original choice for the train station platform was the station in Kankakee, Illinois, which is 60 miles south of Chicago. Cast and crew were in town for a week waiting for the weather to get cold enough to make the snow, and several interior scenes were filmed in an abandoned warehouse using a cover set.
Huh.
Yeah. So, fun little fact. Another fun
Do
little
what you
fact
can.
is the first screenplay that Hughes came up with and wrote was done in like 3 days.
It's pretty common for him.
First draft.
I was going to say, yeah, this movie was written pretty quick.
He generally writes scripts very fast,
Yeah, about 3 to 5 days.
3 to 5 days, but
Well-
then he'll do 20 to 30 drafts.
Right.
Well, and you
rewrites
got to
and
think,
stuff.
too, it doesn't seem that out of the ordinary, because if you're almost speaking from experience,
You can put together some stuff.
you can kind of stretch a few things here and there, and their first draft, like,
Yeah, it's like, okay, how can I make this funnier?
right.
It's stuck right into the back of a truck. If it's 80 degrees for them, but in the movie it's going to be 10.
Yeah.
I will say this was in the days before having script writing software. So I don't know if he formatted it, but I remember when I had to write a script and I only had Word. To be fair, I had to have it in perfect script format, and it took more time to format than it did to actually write. If you don't have script writing software, it takes so long to get it formatted correctly. But yeah, he's notoriously a fast writer.
Yeah. So reportedly, the train is actually still not in use, but it still exists. And whether or not it's still sitting at the small rural station in western New York town of Gowanda, the Contract logos are still present on the engine in its cars, and it's remained unused since the making of the film.
Wow.
Kind of like the pavilion or whatever used in Gung Ho. Yeah, something left over from the movie, still in existence possibly.
In which state was that supposed to be in?
Western New York.
Okay.
So somewhere in Gowanda, which I've never heard of Gowanda.
That also reminds me of, and I can't remember what was built. I think it was in Groundhog Day, where they built something, used it, and then they left it, and the town has used it for something else.
Yeah,
I think it was a diner, maybe?
could have been something.
I don't remember.
Have to check out our Groundhog Day episode.
Maybe. Let us know, because I don't remember. I might be misremembering those.
Long
I don't
time
remember
ago.
what I did yesterday.
I barely remember what I did this afternoon.
Yeah, so obviously, Neil thinks, hey, I'm done with Dell. We're on a train. We are splitting up at this point. We're going to be on the same train, but we're not going to be sitting together. And
Yeah, and even Neil's like, or Dell's like, well, maybe we'll catch a drink together. Maybe
Right.
we'll, and he goes, nah, I'm just going to get some sleep.
you're right.
Nah.
All right, so he's kind
It's
of
been nice knowing you.
right because Neil pays for his Dell's ticket or whatever, and yeah, so camera pans to Neil sitting in the seat, and this is kind of some cringeworthy. He kind of talks to the girl for a second, and
Yeah.
hey, going home for Thanksgiving, and she's just like, yeah, just like reading a magazine or something like that. He's kind of. Yeah, good. He's all happy. He's looking
Yeah,
out the
me
window.
too. I'm just going to make it.
Right, just gonna make it.
I get both vibes. On one hand, I get the creepy vibe, and then I get the he's so giddy.
He's giddy,
that
yeah.
Finally,
I'm going home.
This is it.
It's kind of a callback, too, in my opinion, of like the things that John Candy's character Dell does. Mm-hmm. And just random conversation with random person.
Yep.
And it's
Yeah.
like, well, wait a second. that's not things that I would do.
Yeah.
You know, when then here he is doing it.
He's rubbing off on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, subtle details were
Mm-hmm.
slowly rubbing off on him.
That's what I picked up the first and second time watching it. So whether or not that was actually true in the intention, I don't know. But that was my interpretation.
Yeah. Or maybe that's kind of the beginning of Neil kind of starting to warm up to...
defrosting.
Right.
little
Literally.
Yeah.
And figuratively.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, then the train breaks down, obviously. Spoiler.
Middle of nowhere.
Gosh, yeah. And Neil's kind of like nodding off at this point. He is trying to get some sleep.
Sure.
And, all of a sudden, train jars to a complete stop, and, the railroad employees go bouncing out the door. Oh my God, what's wrong? And stuff like that. And smoke's just pouring out.
I like the one whenever the two employees get off. He said, I forget his wording, but he's like, "What did you do to it?"
Yeah. But then the next thing you know, you see all the passengers starting to get off, and
walking across the field.
Neil's talking to one of the conductors or whatever. Yeah, you walk a mile and a half or something like that to the road, and
courtesy cars will get you.
Yeah. And he sees Dell kind of trying to drag his trunk through the cornfield or whatever, and Dell sees him, and Neil sees him seeing him, and Dell just kind of turns and just keeps on trying to drag it through. And
it's like he knows, he's done with me.
Yeah,
I'm on my own.
But the next thing you know, Neil walks up, grabs the back of the trunk, and they continue on their little journey
to Jefferson City.
Yep. This is where they get on the bus.
That's where they get on the bus.
Yeah.
Have you been to Jefferson City a few times?
I've been to Jefferson City more times than I can count.
More than you would like.
More than I would like. Yep. And I love that scene in the bus station because today is the first, because I rewatched it today myself. And today is the first time I really noticed when they're talking in the bus station, there's a guy sitting next to him on the bench. Doesn't say a word, but there's two little white mice on his knee playing. And I never noticed that before. But I love that little exchange where he's like, "Oh, you ever been on a bus?" And he's, "No." And he's,
"Your mood isn't going to improve."
Yeah, your mood's not going to improve. Which, I've never been on a long distance bus.
No. Well,
I know people who have.
Okay, let me rephrase that.
Well, not school bus.
Right.
Yeah. I've been on school buses where we've driven across to Kansas City.
Yeah.
But not like commercial buses.
We took a commercial coach, really nice, to kids, really nice bus up to Chicago and back for the museum stuff. But it was all kids and parents and field trip stuff. It wasn't strange individuals I've never met before with kids running around with the little propeller thing up and down the aisle.
Yeah. I've never done, I've known people who've done that, but I've never, and it's cheap.
Sure.
But it's a way to get from A to B.
I'll tell you what, if I were absolutely just alone traveling somewhere, I'd do it.
Yeah,
it wouldn't bother me.
I wouldn't have an issue.
I feel like
especially as cheap as it is.
Very much like Dell. I'm very tolerant of the people around me, even though I don't like them per se, maybe as much as Dell likes them. I'm kind of just tolerant, whatever, I won't see him again.
Yeah. I mean, I like how they're sitting there, sitting together on the bus, and, Dells looks over, he sees the younger couple kind of making out on the bus. He's like,
hey, just check that out.
Check that out.
Right. So they're both kind of looking at that, and the couple's leaning over backwards and more.
Across the aisle.
Right.
And then she looks up at
Neil, yeah.
Neil.
And then the guy raises his head. Why don't you take a picture to last longer? Something like that.
Yeah, and the Dell's like, "Oh, you got busted.
You got busted."
I mean, I love that, but at the same time, it's like, what do you mean? Take a picture? What did you expect? You're
groping each other on a bus.
Right. I'm 2 feet away from you.
Who's not going to notice?
Right. So the next thing you know, they're singing songs and
Well, I was going to end with it was a nice touch that they were smoking a cigarette.
right, yeah. The next time you look over,
Which
they're both smoking.
Clearly, you cannot do that anymore on a bus
And
or
that is
anywhere.
That is an old film trope.
Yes.
Implying a certain
Absolutely.
thing.
Right.
And that is,
right.
I love it.
Yeah, agreed.
I love it.
Like they've
I
had-
agree that it's a very quick cut between, oh yeah, we're kind of making out to or smoking cigarettes. Like,
Right.
whoa, that was very quick.
Right. It's like, what happened in between? Maybe that was something else that was cut out because apparently there was a lot of
Possibly.
stuff cut out on this bus.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Jerry Ryan, who's best known for being in one
I
of
know
the
her most from Star Trek
series.
Voyager.
All right.
I mean, I know she's done some other stuff after that, but that's what I know her from.
Right.
Yeah, apparently her whole scene was cut because she couldn't stop laughing because of all the stuff John Candy was doing.
Right.
So they had to
It would've been
refilm the
hard.
scene.
God, I can't imagine trying to be on the same set as him.
Right.
Yeah. And apparently, is this the time period that Tim was he supposed to be something to do with this bus?
So one of our managers, as of current, or at least mine, was an extra in this film, which I thought was really fascinating. Him and his mother, and it was during the bus scenes,
Right. So here we are, 34 years ago.
right, in St. Louis and everything, and it was like this one and like one other scene, and as far as I know, they both deal with the bus. But I don't know if they ever made it to the actual film because, like you guys said, a lot of stuff got cut. So
Right.
chances are they may have
And
never
with the bus scene that got refilmed.
right.
So I don't know.
So it may have never made it to film at all. But still being an extra on set's kind of fun, even if it didn't make it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Kind of cool.
Because you can tell in the bus scenes, the lighting and everything with the couple making out is one way. And then whenever it pans to where they're starting to sing songs and Dell starts singing the Flintstones theme song because Neil's song just
Three coins in a fountain.
Right, just-
and I love how everyone in the bus just turns around and looks at him. Like,
Right.
What?
Right, this is
I've had that look at bars.
Same.
But how is it we've had, or at least, again, me, I've had two managers now. One in Gone in 60 Seconds that knew the person, or they were like cousins with the person who owns the film rights.
Mm-hmm.
And then now our other manager that they played in the film. It's like, what the
Right.
heck is going on
You're
here?
right. They were at least filmed in.
I'm going to meet Tom Hanks next?
Just never know. Yeah, I mean the bus portion. I mean that's why it's not planes, trains, buses, and automobiles. 'Cause the bus is very short, not really a whole lot to it. It's just a
Sure.
matter of getting them from
Well,
Jeff City
you
to
could
St. Louis.
argue that a bus is a automobile.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
True. If you're getting technical.
It's a very broad term.
Right.
Could be.
It fits kind of the demographic of an automobile.
Right. So
Wheels, wings, and floaties. I don't know.
they get to Lambert. Apparently they can't get a flight.
Well, it's funny you mention that because this is one of my other, and this is only something if you live in St. Louis you'd notice, and I bet a lot of St. Louis people didn't even notice this. But you see that the bus is crossing a bridge, and it's just St. Louis, but it's crossing the Eads Bridge into St. Louis from Illinois,
Which is on the east
Which is the
side
east
of the
side.
airport.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
like. Yeah, you can take that across and get up to Lambert, sure, but that means you would have had to have
You done drove past.
you done passed and
airport.
had to come back.
Right.
But again, only a St. Louis resident would notice that.
Right.
Yeah.
You drove past Lambert, which would have been on your left as you're heading east.
Yeah.
To get to downtown St. Louis so you could turn around and come back.
Yep. I mean, it is for sure St. Louis.
Yep.
It is, but it's not from the right direction.
Yeah.
And
It's
apparently
not as photogenic as coming in from the west.
correct.
So there's that.
Because as you're when they were doing the filming and stuff for these scenes in St. Louis, obviously they were looking for cold weather. Well, it was unseasonably warm in St. Louis during this time.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
So the snow had to
Yep.
be trucked in.
Yep. Which is why if you see it, it's very sloshy and melty.
Right.
Which
The
is
parking
also-
lots are pretty dry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when he's on the tarmac, there's no snow at all. Mm-hmm. Which,
Again, why are you
why
walking?
didn't you get diverted to St. Louis? because clearly it wasn't snowed enough.
Because then we'd have a
Because then we wouldn't have a
45-minute movie.
Yeah, because then we wouldn't have the movie.
Then he-
The other odd thing is him having to walk across the tarmac.
right after he gets dropped off from the shuttle bus into the rental car parking lot.
And there's no car.
Right. He's
Which-
walking to a spot.
I've never had to deal with that, but
No.
So we've never run into that because
that seems like an odd thing to happen.
well, and nowadays it's more of a instead of paying for the thing and getting the key, you pay for the thing and you go out and you choose it, and then on your way out, it's like this is the one I chose.
Right.
So less chance of that situation happening.
It's not a thing that would happen today.
right.
Correct. Yeah. Hey, go out there, pick from one of the 7 cars that's down this aisle right
Yep.
here.
Yep.
And I have no idea how that was back then.
Right.
Maybe this was more of the thing, but it still seems an odd thing that just that car wouldn't be there.
Right. So he realizes that, the car's not there. The shuttle bus is already driving away. He's really starting to lose his mind because he can't catch up to it.
So enter the scene.
Oh,
Right.
but he has to walk down. You see him walking down the highway.
Down what would
He's
be
down
70.
70.
Yeah.
And then you see him walking across the tarmac.
Walks down an embankment, slips and falls down the hill.
Yeah, but
Into a
it,
slushy mess.
but again, that's another thing that if you weren't in St. Louis, you wouldn't know. All that stuff is on the south side.
Correct.
You wouldn't have to walk across the tarmac to get to the terminal.
Nope.
You walk across the highway to the terminal. It's a great visual shot.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make logical sense for
If you know Lambert.
if you know Lambert.
Sure.
Yeah. So you see him walking into the terminal. He is very disheveled.
Yeah, with
That
his
was
tie
exactly
around
the
his
word.
head.
Right. It's like, how did.
How did that happen? What's the story with that?
Right.
Like that's like something you'd see on somebody who crossed the desert.
Yeah. And so he walks up to the rental car company, which it
Edie
looks just
McClurg.
which it just looks like he's walking up to, like, again, we're familiar with Lambert and the internals. You're walking up to one of the airlines, the way that he's walking in.
Yeah. And I don't remember because I was 3 whenever this came out, so I don't know if all those were in the terminal back then or if they were all separated on the south side. But when I was flying in the early 90s, my memory was it was all like it is now.
Sure.
All still like not in the airport.
Well, and it really varies by airport,
Oh,
right?
sure.
Like sometimes they are, and sometimes
Sometimes
they're
they are.
completely off location altogether, and you have to take a shuttle anyway.
Yep.
Right.
So
Especially the big ones.
Yeah.
exactly, and being that he's from Chicago, maybe he just we'll just do it this way. Who knows?
Yeah, so he gets up to the desk, and Marathon Car Rental, by the way. And she's on the phone talking to, like, a family member, something about Thanksgiving.
Well,
dinner.
Mom said she'd do the turkey
Which
in
was
the most southern accent, which Missouri wishes it was southern state kind of thing. I guess I don't know.
She
and a lot
could have
of-
been from southern Missouri.
a lot of her
Yeah, that's true.
accents are very like northern Midwestern, like Minnesotan.
Oh yeah,
A lot of her accents usually kind of lean that way.
yeah. I guess less southern, more. Yeah.
But she always plays that same character, and it's wonderful.
she's really good.
She's really good, every single one.
I mean, she got under my skin in the best of ways because that sort of like the way she was talking on the phone. I could have been in the best mood and just like nails on a chalkboard for me. Can't explain it. Just
Yeah.
that's
She's
how it is.
doing non-work stuff when
Oh.
you've got customers lined
Yeah.
up at her
Yeah.
desk.
I remember I had a coworker who would frequently talk to family, and she had a fax machine in her office. The only fax machine in the building. And I had to use the fax a lot. And she'd be on the phone with, coming up with, Christmas shopping and who's getting what and who's on whose list and whatever. And I'm sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting. And then it got to the point where I was just like, you know what, I'm done. So I would just walk in, fax, and you know how loud fax machines are. And then she would yell at me like I was on the phone, like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I got work to do, and you're planning your Christmas shopping. if I don't fax what I'm faxing, we don't get paid. So I think mine's a little more important.
Tell you what, we'll go talk to the boss about how you're planning your Christmas with your family on their company time, and then we'll have that conversation.
Yeah, I know his frustration in this scene.
Yeah, 'cause I mean,
The difference is I don't do what he did.
all right.
Oh, right.
I'm a little more calm about that.
Tolerant.
Because when you're seeing Neil already starting to throw his like physical comedy fit out in the parking lot, you already know, and you hear in the background with the music, "You're messing with the wrong guy."
Yep.
You hear that a few times, and he just comes up, and you just got to listen to it. Here, it's one of those you've got to hear. You can't listen to me read it.
Oh, Jean Marie, you're a stitch. No, Mom's gonna do the turkey. Yeah, Dad wants ambrosia, so I guess we gotta get those miniature marshmallows. And I'll do the crescent rolls, and you do the cranberries. You know I can't cook. Oh. Yeah, well, I'll see you tomorrow then. Gobble, gobble. Oh, bye-bye. Welcome to Marathon. May I help you?
Yes.
How may I help you?
You can start by wiping that fucking dumbass smile off your rosy fucking cheeks. Then you can give me a fucking automobile, a fucking Datsun, a fucking Toyota, a fucking Mustang, a fucking Buick, 4 fucking wheels and a seat.
I really don't care for the way you're speaking to me.
And I really don't care for the way your company left me in the middle of fucking nowhere with fucking keys to a fucking car that isn't fucking there. And I really didn't care to fucking walk down a fucking highway and across a fucking runway to get back here to have you smile at my fucking face. I want a fucking car right fucking now.
May I see your rental agreement?
I threw it away.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy, what?
You're fussed.
So during that's only like 60 seconds, apparently, from the beginning of his tirade until like the end of it, when she says, "You're fucked."
Yeah, that scene is why it's rated R.
Right, yeah, so
Although what's interesting is I didn't notice this also until today. In Doobie's Taxi, there's pictures of naked women,
I noticed that the
On his
first.
visor.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
I
do
noticed that
remember
the
that,
first go.
which could easily be blurred out for TV because it's not in
It's
focus.
Right.
dark. It's
you've got
got
to be looking for it.
Yeah.
But back in the day too, with CRT TV,
Oh, sure. And even then, you could get by with a PG-13 with that. Because that was right after PG-13 came out.
sure.
So you could have done that. But
Yeah.
yeah, that scene,
Yep.
that's why it's R-rated.
And it's not because they ran into some girl at the hotel skinny dipping,
Nope.
like in Tommy Boy, even though it's not quite like full.
Yep.
Frontal,
it's
yeah.
shot in such a way you can't quite see.
Well, appeal to the most audience.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and apparently this interaction, this scene, and along with the one, I think with Adele
In the
or
car.
him, in the
With the
car
seat.
with the seat,
Yep.
are two of the main reasons why Steve Martin took the role. Mm-hmm. Because after reading the script, which was like 145 pages long,
a
which was
long
long
script.
for a comedy.
In general, it's a long, but definitely for comedy. Generally, it's a minute a page. That's the average.
Okay.
So if you figure 145, that's 145 minutes. That's about 2 hours and 25 minutes.
Sure. Yeah.
That's a long script. You don't submit scripts like that.
Unless
Unless
your
you're
name
well
is-
known.
I was going to say, unless your name's James Cameron.
Yeah, unless you are completely in control of your project.
yeah. George Lucas.
Well, I mean,
It's like poetry, it rhymes.
he supposedly shot over 600,000 feet of film, which is
That's
almost twice the industry average.
Yeah, that's a lot.
maybe it is about 4 hours.
Oh yeah, the original cut was rumored to be about 3 hours and 40 minutes.
Holy crap!
But that's the unassembled cut.
I'm
curious.
Sounds fascinating.
Oh, I'm very
I hope
curious.
that is floating around somewhere at a.
And to be honest, it's not that that's out of the ordinary, because a lot of movies film a huge amount of stuff and then they just trim it away. It's just, there's so much comedic genius that we just don't get.
Right.
And this is also before they really were saving deleted scenes and
Right, to put out
bonus
features
material
and all that.
Right.
Yeah.
Director's cuts, that kind of thing.
I mean, one of the most infamous, horror movies are very infamous for this, where it was too gory for the censors. So they would cut it until it would pass to get an R rating. And then they just wouldn't hang on to the deleted material because nobody was putting out director's cuts.
Right. Why would you?
And they didn't save it. Some cases, some of it would just get destroyed. Some of it would be saved, but it was in such poor quality that even if you put it in, it wouldn't work anyways.
Yeah. Well,
I was going to say, when I was growing up, I always remember like the unrated cut.
Right.
Which usually is more...
That was with the DVD of
the
situation.
When it comes to VHS, when things like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles came out, that's VHS times.
Yeah.
That would have been awful expensive to put out a 3 hour. I mean, when Titanic came out on VHS, that was a two. That was a two
famous
cartridge film.
Godfather was that way too.
Yeah. So just think how expensive that would have been for production, stocking on shelves, stuff like that.
And back in the 80s, VHS tapes were very expensive.
As it was already, yeah. And imagine renting that at Blockbuster. You're coming around with 3 tapes rubber banded together out of
Oh my God.
So I guess I just didn't really think about it because, the format at the time was tape.
So as we go forward in format and, it's just easier to get to the customer, it becomes so much cheaper that they're like, well, let's throw in this, let's throw in that. Let's give them a reason to buy it.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, there's so much footage attached to an animated film.
That is a fantastic film.
It is.
And there's also, and we mentioned before about how when it's on TV, they cut out that scene and they put in the
other deleted
airplane
scenes.
scene. And it, there are some movies where you'll have an extra scene or two added in.
Yeah, for TV.
For TV.
That you don't
formatting.
remember. You're like,
that
I don't
wasn't in
remember
the
that.
theatrical. Yeah, because I remember watching Dumb and Dumber on TV, and there was, I forget what the scene was, but there was one scene, and I'm like, I don't remember that scene. What is that? And that's what opened up my eyes to the TV version may not be the same as the theatrical.
Right.
Because more often than not, theatrical is what was released on home video.
Correct.
But the TV version might have extra scenes.
Right, if you're watching it on
Or
general
less.
broadcast TV, not HBO,
Possibly.
Showtime, etc.
Yeah, it might swap out a scene for another scene, or it might have extra scenes, or it might have less scenes, but it may be different for TV formatting.
Yeah, got to fit that chunk of time.
Yeah, if it's a...
Hence the reason at the beginning you would see the black screen with those, this feature has been formatted for content or edited for time or whatever. It'll have different things for...
Right, because
depending on the medium.
Because if it's a 2 hour and 15-minute movie or something like that, and they got to squeeze it into a 2 hour time block and still factoring in commercials.
If it's 2 hours 15, they'd probably fit it into a 3 hour block.
Okay.
With commercials.
Commercials, yeah.
Yeah, but usually that happens more if it's
like a Friday night feature.
If it's like 100 to 110 minutes to fit in a 2 hour block, yeah, it's been edited for time, so they're going to cut out some scenes.
Yeah, because I remember like watching films as a kid on TV and like, oh, wait a second. How'd they get there? They cut the thing. Why would they do that? It's just it's a movie. Mm-hmm. Makes more sense when you understand the logistics behind it.
Yeah, the money behind it.
Yeah, because it's all about time. It's not like a movie channel where it's not as big of a deal.
Yeah.
Where it's a commercial channel. Yeah, they got to fit in that 2 hour block, 2.5 hour
That's how they get paid.
You got to get the commercials so they get paid.
3 minute commercial break or whatever it is. Yeah. So I mean, it's a great interaction between Martin, which again, I think with Steve Martin, you're not used to his characters being that belligerent,
Right.
Yeah, I would argue he's a very unlikable main character in this movie.
Well, at least he starts
hard-
that way.
He's hard to identify with.
Yeah.
He's kind of the asshole that you
Yep.
like.
Yeah, it's like, damn. No wonder all this bad shit keeps happening to you. You're a
Right.
dick.
You kind of deserve it.
Yeah.
You're a dick.
I don't feel bad.
Yeah,
I'm going to laugh at your expense.
yeah. I mean, there's, I think the moment whenever, personally for me, where I'm kind of like, oh, I don't mind you so much. But that's whenever they're sharing a hotel room again.
Right, that's
Later.
later. Yeah.
Like this whole portion, I'm like, oh, I don't like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're an ass.
I mean,
Yeah.
the look he's giving her at the desk. And
He's on a mission.
Right. And she's like, I need to see your rental agreement. I don't have it.
I threw it away.
And she's like,
Oh, dear.
you just see that. It's like, oh, God.
Oh, dear,
what?
what?
You're fucked.
You know? The thing we've all wanted to say to a customer at some point,
Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Yep.
because all of us have been in retail,
Yep.
and that's something we can't say.
Not unless
Well,
we
let's put it
want
this
to
way.
be our
We're not
last day.
supposed to.
Something we shouldn't
We
say.
shouldn't say.
Right.
We
Unless-
wish we could say.
Unless we've suddenly decided that we want it to be our last day.
Right. Yes. Yeah. In our heads, we've
Stick
said
it to the man.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's like the one person that I used to work with. She could tell you you're going to hell with a smile.
I feel like
I
I've been able
wish-
to do that via email and stuff.
It's much easier to do that email.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
There's
I've
certain
tried that a few
phrases
times
you
with
could use.
other people.
Yeah. There's great phrases that you can use that get your point across.
Comes in, has a computer issue. It's like, you feel like Edie McClurg's character. It's like, oh, you're fucked.
Yeah. And I love how her
Traded.
demeanor goes from kind of smiley to just
Straight face.
straight face.
Yep.
And then, like, she starts scratching her head with the pen.
Right.
And you can hear, like, they added in the sound of her actually scraping her skull.
Yeah. Right. You can hear her press the little button to click it, so she's not going to be drawing on her head. She's scratching her head. It's just like,
There's
gets
a lot of
louder.
like little added in. So the
Yeah.
first I noticed this the first time they're sharing the hotel, and he's trying to go to sleep, and he's over there like scratching, and then you hear like the underwear snap of scratch after the scratch, and it's like, oh, I know what you were doing.
You know, that's another subtle thing in that same scene where he's clearing his sinuses. Yeah. He does the shave and a haircut beat
Really?
with his clearing his sinuses. Which, if people aren't familiar with the shave and a haircut beat, it's the dun 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 pause dun dun.
Dun, dun.
He's like sucking in the air, clearing out his sinuses, doing the first part, and then there's a pause, and then he coughs for the second part, and it's, that's another thing that I
Wow.
I don't know how many times I saw it. I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
No, because they're
It's
so
a very
separate,
subtle detail.
such separate noises.
Yeah, so Neil goes outside. He wants to hail a cab, and he's talking to that one guy.
Oh yeah, the taxi stand,
Right.
which I'm pretty sure they built just for the movie. I don't
Probably.
think they had those back
I
then.
don't think
It
so.
looked pretty fake.
Yeah.
But that guy sounded like a New Yorker through and through.
Right. And he looked
Chicago.
like a New Yorker,
He
the way
did.
he's dressed.
He did, yeah. With the newsboy's hat and
Right. Yeah. So, hey, where you going? Chicago. Chicago?
you know you're in St. Louis, right? Yes, I know.
Why don't you just talk to those folks?
It'd be a lot cheaper and easier to go on a plane. Yes.
Yeah. And the guy at the little stands starts saying something, and he's like, basically, I've already been there. I just want a fucking taxi.
Are you just gonna stand there? Or are you
Are you gonna help me?
But he says like something with his mitts, like meat mitts.
Yeah, he's got those.
Stand there like a, I don't know, I don't remember.
Oh, here it is. Why don't you try the airlines? It's faster, and you get a free meal. If I wanted to joke, I'd follow you into the John and watch you take a leak.
Yep.
Now, are you going to help me, or are you going to stand there like a slab of meat with mittens?
Yep. And out he goes.
Right. Pow! He just gets punched, falls back. Here comes
Right into the street.
Here comes the little Baron.
Which, funny story, did you notice that car is made to look like another car? The
Kind of looks like the Griswold.
Yeah,
station
the
wagon.
Griswold's vacation car.
Right.
Yeah, it's specifically made to look similar.
Right, so it's a little Chrysler
Ugly.
LeBaron.
Green
With the
pea
wood
soup
paneling.
green with the wood
panels.
paneling.
Yep.
It's
Convertible
not a
of
wagon.
all things.
Yeah, it's not a wagon this time.
No.
Pea soup.
So
Yes.
ugly.
So Dell almost runs him over.
I almost squashed your head like a melon.
Right.
And I love how he's like, the guy's like, get it out of here, get it out of here. Which we've all been to the airport and they're
Yep.
like, get your
Right.
car out of here.
Can't you see there's a man down here on the street?
I'll get the car out of here, but you're going to help him up with pleasure.
No!
And grabs him by the crotch.
Right.
And just pulls him
Yeah.
back out of the street.
And I love how for the next scene where they're driving, Steve Martin is talking with a high voice.
Yeah, it's a really great interaction.
That is kind of subtle detail, and I crack up every time.
Oh, that's good. But before we get into this little car section, I think it's about time for us to take a little commercial break. So we'll be right back after these fantastic messages.
This is the Nintendo video game system. It plays only cartridge games. This is the new Atari XE system. It plays cartridge and disc-based games. Disc drive sold separately, and only Atari comes with a real joystick. Both have guns, but only Atari comes with the target game Bug Hunt. Nintendo has a toy robot, but only Atari gives you a keyboard for playing advanced computer games. It even comes with the amazing Flight Simulator 2 cartridge. The new Atari XE video game system. Unbeatable.
I'm leaving. I'm going.
Guess there's no point baking Pillsbury's best cookies.
Cookies?
Fresh dough,
You'll never see me again.
so creamy smooth.
I mean it.
Your cookie dough, oh, you're so chocolatey. Oh,
I miss my plane.
oh, fresh dough.
And now look for my new chocolate chip cookies.
Thursday from New York, Hawaii, Detroit, and Toronto. Join your favorite CBS stars for the 28th annual All-American Thanksgiving Day Parade.
His little red-haired girl is homecoming queen.
He's your date, Charlie Brown.
And he's a bundle of nerves. His heart is aching. His knees are shaking. It's your first kiss, Charlie Brown, next.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. They got a million toys at Toys R Us that I can play with. Jeffrey, she wants everything.
Well, everything's at Toys R Us. Like Golden Books Rainbow Bright Storybooks, only $4.97 each. Toys R Us has a whole library of them. Only $9.97 for Ertl's radio-controlled 18 van.
Wow!
And only $10.97 for Uno Wild Tile from International Games.
More games, more toys. Oh, boy! I want to be a Toys R Us kid.
And I like after they start driving, we know how long it takes to get from St. Louis to Chicago.
I've driven it many
Approximately.
times.
Driven it.
Yep.
Takes 4 to 5 hours.
Yeah.
Depending on where in Chicago you're going,
Sure.
what day and time of day.
Sure. And if you stop and gas and all that fun stuff.
Honestly, this whole driving is probably my favorite sequence of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that I would see the most on TV for some reason.
Yeah.
But something about this driving sequence, it always was my favorite part.
Well, and it kind of makes me think of where Tommy Boy's inspired from.
There's some similarities.
Right.
Yeah.
Road trip stuff and...
Instead of, like, Tommy Boy has the deer.
Yes.
But it's kind of that same where they're stopped on the side of the road and... There's some similarities.
They hit the deer's in the back of the car.
Oh, Mommy, don't let the big man hurt me. Oh, he's just a little guy.
And I love how, like, the deer just pops his head up and looks
right
around.
in the back
and
seat,
just
looks
like,
up.
What?
And then they all kind of start screaming, the deer.
How'd that go again?
Pretty good, huh? See, it's almost like I played the clip.
I would have make that my text notification.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody make that a text notification and send it to me.
You know, people could.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I've
I'm
got
too
the power
lazy.
of editing, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. Well, now it's on tape, so.
Right.
Tape? How
Tape.
old am I?
Right.
What year is
we
it?
We talked about VHS.
Who's president?
Who's president?
What do you mean? Ronald Reagan, the actor? Tell me more, Future Boy.
Yes, go back to our Back to the Future episode for that one. Reagan loved that line.
Yeah.
My memory serves correct. He actually had the movie stopped and had it replayed so he can listen to it again.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, he thought it was hilarious.
I bet I would have too.
I would have too.
I'd have been like the Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. Yep.
Once upon a time in Hollywood.
Yep, pointing at the screen. Yep. Yep, it's me.
They did the thing. Do it again. Do it again.
Dance Monkey Boy.
So instead of a deer destroying the car, a fire destroying the car.
Right. But we'll get to
But
that.
before
here.
we get to the fire, there's so much good stuff.
There's so much more to unpack before we get to that.
Oh, yeah. It's so great.
I mean, again, we've got such great sequences, interactions, because Del and Neil, they're a captive audience. It's just them two. There's no cell phones to be distracted with, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Del's like, I had a feeling that when we parted ways, we would somehow wind up back together again. I've never seen a guy get picked up by his testicles before. Lucky thing for you, that cop passed by when he did. Otherwise, you'd be lifting up your schnuts to tie your shoes. I'm sorry. That's terrible. Do you have any idea how glad I am I didn't kill you? Do you have any idea how glad I'd be if you had? Oh, come on, pal. You don't mean that. Remember when I said about going with the flow? How am I supposed to go with the flow? The rental car agency leaves me in a 100-acre parking lot with keys to a car that isn't there. Then I have to hike back 3 miles to find out they don't have any more cars. I got a car. No sweat at all. Well, Del, you're a charming man. Nope. Oh, I know. You just go with the flow. Like a twig on the shoulders of a mighty stream. I mean, these two... There was rumors that, they tried to get Tom Hanks, I think, to play Del, and maybe John Travolta, I think, to play Martin.
Mm-hmm.
No. Would not have worked.
No.
Nope.
And I know, just from what I've known about Steve Martin, he's a very reserved person in general.
He is. Yeah, he's
when he's
wild and crazy guy. Well, no, not really.
That's only when he's on stage performing.
Right.
When he's not, he's very... very quiet, very pulled back.
He doesn't even do comedy. He's a banjo player in some little band he does.
I mean, he comes across, to people who've worked with him on set, he comes across very standoffish. Because he's very private.
Like an introvert kind of person,
Yeah,
not a very
yeah.
social.
Yeah. He's one of those that when he's on, he's on.
Mhm.
But when he's not on, he's closed himself off to you. And the fact... they are two totally different people because John
Yes.
Candy is always on.
Right.
He's always very personable, he wants to know everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was a thing or something that I'd read where, he wanted to bring in all this exercise equipment with him to set and, got it all set up and stuff like that, and he never used it.
Yeah.
Or...
yeah, he was supposed to use it for his health and exercise, but he's like, I'm not going to do that.
Or he would help crew members carry stuff in and all that stuff. He just seemed like he was probably one of the greatest guys you could ever work with.
Yeah.
Or
just be around.
Yeah.
There was a story that I heard about him, and I think it was on this movie, but I could be wrong, where somebody who was kind of new to the set, who was one of the crew, was like, hey, I need help moving this equipment.
And didn't realize who he was.
Didn't realize who he was. Was just like, hey, will you help me? And he's like, oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, sure. And he helped move. And he found out later, like, yeah, that was John Candy. And like,
star of the movie.
Yeah, like he is the big star, and it's like he had no idea that, like, oh, that's just who he was. Like,
yeah, because not everybody may have seen John at this time. Because 87, this is still before Home Alone,
right?
I want to say it's before Uncle Buck.
It is 2 years.
So
it's the same year as Spaceballs, though.
Okay. But still in Spaceballs, he's in costume.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
you might not recognize that
Sure.
that's him.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of right before...
Because SCTV...
Or right as.
Yeah,
Because he'd already done the SCTV, but that's Canadian.
Right. And
So
then
not
after
everyone
that,
had
it's
seen
like,
that.
what else? Because he wasn't on SNL.
Nope.
So...
That's a shame.
Yeah, he just kind of popped up and blew up.
Yeah, could you imagine putting him in there with the group of... Oh, my God. The Bill Murrays, the Eddie Murphys, the Chevy Chase.
That first 5 years.
Yeah, wow.
My God. That would have been amazing.
Or even with the David Spade, Chris Farley. Can you imagine having both Farley and Candy in the same cast?
I will say at that point, he'd already blown up.
Right,
so
but I'm just saying, if in a perfect world, if that could have been timed out right.
Or, think of it this way.
Just guessed.
How the 80s lost years.
Yeah.
He could have actually brought it up to where you could have built a cast around him.
Yeah.
I mean, some of those 80s years were arguably not that great.
Mm-hmm.
But my God, can you imagine mid-80s, him with Billy Crystal?
Oh, my goodness.
The first year with Phil Hartman?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my God. I mean, even Joe Piscopo.
Could have made it work.
Could have made it work great. That could have been great.
Joe Piscopo. God. Yeah.
He's great in Dead Heat, though.
Oh.
If you've never seen Dead Heat, he's amazing.
Never seen it.
Him and Treat Williams. Great combo. Throwing that out there. Moving on.
Put it on the list.
Put it on the list. It's worth it.
Okay. Yeah, I just love these little interactions that they're having as they're driving along. I mean, is Del? Yeah, Del's driving first, right? Or is Neil driving first? I mean, I
want to say switch back and forth.
I want to say Neil does because he's fuddling with the seat.
Because he's fidgeting. Well, so first you see them whenever he's got the high voice because he's gotten the crotch.
Oh, right. Still daylight.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, it's still daylight, and Del's driving.
Dark, they switch.
But then when it's dark, they switch, and Del's fiddling with the seat.
Right.
You're gonna break it.
You can never get these right.
I gotta get comfortable.
I've got a bad back.
Right.
Do you have a bad back? It's terrible. You're gonna break it. You can't break a car seat. It's impossible.
Right.
No, it's very possible.
Right. Next thing you know, it flies back and just.
I love it. I think my favorite moment of that is whenever it goes sideways.
Yeah.
And John Candy's laying on Steve Martin.
Right. It goes a complete opposite way that it should never go in a car.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing too, they didn't go up and down that fast.
No,
not back then.
Even with a 300-pound person in the seat,
right?
Especially,
yeah.
Yeah. So after they switch seats, then you got Candy driving. Old Del's driving now.
So great, and Steve Martin and Neil puts his wallet in the glove compartment.
Right.
Don't let me forget that.
Right.
Don't let me forget that.
Right.
Which I don't know. Have you ever done that?
I have never done that.
Not
ever.
while I'm traveling, no.
Like, the only reason that I can assume somebody would do that is because they don't want to sit on it.
I've stuck it in like the
Because
side door
it's not comfortable
jam.
to sit on. Like, I get that.
I've put it in the side door jam because I know I'll be grabbing it out right away to put in my pocket to go in the gas
I'm
station.
too paranoid to. I would put it in my front seat, my front pocket.
Yep, and even that, I still not so much.
Yeah, I get nervous.
Yeah, if it's not my back pocket, I'm freaking out.
Yeah, like I know that they did it for movie and for
and
comedic effect later.
Some people have done that, right?
I guess.
I mean, I know plenty of people that come into the store and buy a thing and then, I got to go get my wallet. It's in the car.
Well, and that's the thing.
What?
If it's my car, that would make more sense than a rental car.
Sure.
Because you're not going to turn in your own car.
Right.
So I don't know.
And you get home, it's still going to be there in case you forgot. It's like, oh my God, where's my wallet? Oh, that's right. It's out in the car.
Sure. But I do love that word. That is one of the great scenes is whenever Neil's sleeping.
Yep.
And Del's doing his thing.
Right. He's kind of just dancing along. He's smoking.
He's the mess around
right,
from Ray Charles.
Mess around.
That is a great song, great scene.
Also, I mean,
John Candy doing his thing.
Yeah, we've all kind of had our little dance moment of a song that we're in a good mood. Nothing can bring us down.
Yep.
Hey, let's jam out.
Yep.
Let's jam out in the car while we're driving. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Neil's sleeping. This is after he's already been like face planted up into the into the windshield because
You
he
broke it.
the seat.
You broke it. And then he goes up and goes, "This is very comfortable."
Yeah. Yeah, so at this point now, Dell throws his cigarette out the window, so he thought.
Mm-hmm.
Ends up in the back seat. Foreshadowing moment.
Yep.
There, you know what's getting ready to come if you haven't already seen the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Same with the wallet.
Yes.
Don't let me forget that.
Yep. Which is very easy to forget about in the movie because it's
Yeah.
a while before that comes back.
Yep.
Well, and it's funny. I don't know why, but like my brain turned on. I'm like, what's gonna happen here?
Mhm.
And then I see the flick of the cigarette. I'm like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so now it's starting to get a little warm in the car, which makes sense. I mean,
I don't want
probably got the heat
This
on.
isn't
and-
an intentional pun, but I love the slow burn of this.
Yes.
Where it's like, oh, it's getting a little warm in here.
Mhm.
Ooh, it starts kind of shaking his parka a little bit.
Yeah. Starts, unzips or whatever, starts to try to get his arm out.
Tries to get the arm out.
And of course, it pans to the little hook, which those aren't what were on those cars. That big
Sure.
old knob on the right.
Mhm.
There's no reason to have a knob there unless it was for a lumbar.
Well, and even then, like most of the controls are going to be on the left, right?
Correct.
Because
Right.
With the
having
power
them by
seats back then.
exactly having them by like
Center console.
center
makes no
console,
soul.
yeah,
makes
absolutely
no
not.
sense.
But
Great
the
for
sake
the
of
movie.
Right.
Yeah.
So he gets his arm caught because it just. I don't even know where this loop comes from on his coat.
It's the ones where
How you got that
little
opening?
button. Yeah,
Yeah.
you get. Sometimes it's a thumb opening for some people, and sometimes it's just to, like tighten up because they like that tight on the
Yeah.
wrist. I don't
get
like
it.
that.
I don't either. So it gets caught there. He's oh shit. Like, oh, this ain't good. So he thinks, we can just get the other one out, and then I can use the other one. Next thing you know, boom, both of them are trapped. So he's trying to drive the best he can with his legs, and instead of just slowing down,
Yeah, like
a normal
braking
person.
to stop, like a
Right.
normal person. Yeah, I don't.
right, just keep things moving. Next thing you know, he keeps trying to pull, and he finally does, and it starts spinning the car out, and
He starts yelling.
right, and Neil wakes up. What happened?
Everything okay? Yeah, we almost had a deer.
Right.
It's getting a little warm in here. You ought to take your parka off. Yep. I'm gonna do. And you can see he's like dripping with sweat.
Right, he was like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And then you kind of see he's coming back onto the highway from the off ramp.
Yep.
It's like, uh-oh.
I love how they kind of disorient you for a second.
Yeah,
like-
because the car spins around a
Yeah.
few times.
And I would have kind of liked it if he would have just gotten on the highway where they didn't, like, you see the stop sign the wrong way and the do not enter. Like, I kind of would have liked to have missed that
Mhm.
and just seen him getting on the highway.
I mean, I missed it twice.
Okay.
So I'm sitting here watching, and it's like, what's going on? Why is those people going the other way?
Well, because I.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, because, I mean, you see him drive past the stop sign the wrong way, and you see the do not enter going the wrong. And I kind of would have liked to have missed that to where it
Right.
just you see them driving on the highway again,
And see a car off in the other side of lanes on the other side of the median.
yeah, like it dawned on you like, oh shit, they're going the wrong way,
Mhm.
instead of like you see them going the wrong way. I see it both ways, and both are amusing, but I kind of would have liked the surprise.
A little
of,
surprise, yeah.
Oh, wait a second, that's not right.
Right.
But I love their reaction to the people. Like,
Right.
oh yeah, they're wanting to race us.
They must be drunk.
They must be drunk.
Right.
Ooh.
Right. Hey, Neil, look at this. Look at them over there.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Have a good day.
How do they know which direction we're going? Oh yeah, how would they know?
Right. See, told you.
You're going to kill somebody.
I love Candy at this point. Again, like you were just, obviously you can't see this on
Sure.
audio.
Doing the fake drinking
Right, it's like-
gesture. Yeah, sure, drunk people. Yeah.
Right. And then, it shows the two semis in a distance. that's what's going to be coming up soon.
Which is one of those like movie pet peeves that I have. Like when you see a dog or when you see a cat, you have to hear the dog bark and you have to hear the cat meow. Because that's apparently what they do every time you see them. Same thing, when you see a semi-truck, you have to hear the horn blow. Who is it blowing the horn at?
Right.
They're just driving down the highway.
Right. They could just be talking on the CBs.
Yeah, it's a minor pet peeve that I have. That it's not just this movie. A lot of movies do this.
Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, you see the truck coming. You got to hear the
Wah.
horn. Yeah. But this is by far my favorite little scene of the whole. I mean, my favorite sequence is the whole driving. But my favorite scene of the entire movie is when they go between the two trucks. Just that quick few shots. Oh my God.
The skeletons.
The devil.
Right.
And he's laughing and he's looking over at him.
Right. Does the devil thing first and he looks like,
You see Steve Martin's skeleton. You see John Candy's skeleton.
with
you see
their clothes, outfits.
Oh, I love that. It's a wonderful, surreal moment.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yep.
It's like Home Alone 2. Whenever Marv gets shocked and you see the skeleton for a second. I love it.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, what is great about that is it kind of calls back to Pee-wee's Big Adventure with the Large Marge scene in the truck. Where, like lightning or something happens and sees her like ghostly kind of skeleton kind of, and he freaks out and next thing you know, he gets to the gets dropped off, and they start telling the story of Large Marge. Who dropped you off here? Oh, it's Large Marge. She said to tell you all hi. What? She's been gone for however many years.
I need to rewatch that.
I
haven't seen that in
and he just like faints.
Years.
It's great. You know, they then start spinning out and all that, and they stop, and there goes the trunk that was attached to the...
And it gets launched.
Right, to the deck lid of the trunk.
And I love how he's got to pry his fingers on
Right.
the dash.
That's kind of a nice subtle touch.
Oh, yeah.
The steering wheel's bent forward. It
Right.
almost looks like...
the Tesla yoke now.
Yeah, it looks like the Tesla yoke.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a nice moment.
It was a 1986 Chrysler LeBaron Town and Country.
It looked like a LeBaron because of the deck lid.
Oh, I knew it was a LeBaron just from the front end and the wheels and everything like that. Had a 2.2-liter turbo engine that was modified for the film.
Ooh, turbo.
It did have the turbo decal on it.
Yeah, with
I remember
the
seeing
following Dodge 600 parts. Taillight, steering wheel, owner's manual, which can be seen in the glove compartment when Neil puts his wallet in there. The trunk was from an older K-car convertible. It could have been like an Aries K or something like that. No third brake light, and the luggage rack that was not offered in 86, but was on older models.
Yeah, the older models, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, they're just kind of sitting there. Well, first they kind of have their little disagreement and argument and stuff like that, and they pull the trunk out of the street, and then they're just kind of like sitting on it, and they're talking and stuff like that.
Well, I love how they sit on it, and then John Candy looks back.
He turns around and sees the car.
Doesn't say anything.
Right.
Steve Martin looks back. Doesn't say anything. And meanwhile, you can see the fire flickering behind them.
Yeah.
I love that. Where they're not saying a damn thing. And you know exactly what's going on. Beautiful.
Right. And then they're, talking about the whole wallet thing. Like, well, you've got my credit card, right? No, I put it back in your wallet when you were sleeping.
Well, and I also love how he's... Because whenever they get out, they're like, oh, yeah, this will buff out. Yeah, that's no big deal. Yeah, that's fine. And then it catches up in flames, and then he starts laughing about it. He's, well...
Finally happened to you.
It finally happened to you.
Yeah. Right. Because Neil don't realize it yet that it was his card that paid.
Yeah.
Paid for this rental car, so it's on him.
You're not
didn't
gonna
get
be
the
able to
insurance.
turn this in for insurance.
He didn't get insurance.
Yeah, I didn't get insurance. Oh. Oh, yeah. Then he punches him in the stomach.
Right. You could have killed me like that. That's how they killed Houdini.
True story.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that is.
That is a true story.
Yep.
Yeah, if people are not familiar with it, yeah, because Houdini liked to get punched in the stomach to show how tough he was.
Right, to show how strong his abdomen
Which he
abs
was.
were. Oh, yeah.
But the one time the guy did it when he wasn't expecting it.
It was
and,
an amateur boxer.
Yeah.
Like out of college or something like
Yep, and caught him off guard. And
before he did his...
Yep, didn't tighten
tensed
up and ruptured...
It was appendix or spleen or something like that. An
Is it
internal
spleen
organ.
or kidney or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, he died.
That's why
Yeah.
led to his death.
Yeah, it was appendix because he. I think
Appendix.
he also, on top of that, had appendicitis, and that rupturing,
It was
and
something.
yeah, it was a bunch of like weird events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a freak accident.
Yep.
The one time.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I think Unsolved, BuzzFeed Unsolved did the thing on that.
And he died on Halloween, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What a day to die on.
Because there were...
Right before the Day of the Dead.
Mm.
I was always talking about, every year try to connect with me in a seance or something.
Yeah, he and his wife had that deal where it's like if one of us dies, then the other one is going to try to contact the other one through the afterlife. Because he was a very big in debunking those spiritualists.
Yeah, him.
So he's like, if it exists, then one of us is going to try to contact the other. And she spent years trying to and never could.
Shocking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
People would claim that, oh yeah, we can get them, and then she would be like, no, that's not what he would say.
Yeah,
that's not what he would do.
Yeah, it was always
You're
the
fake.
old, if anybody can come back, escape death, it's going to be Houdini. That was the
Sure.
thing.
Yeah.
That's
Very
a-
fascinating guy.
Oh yeah, I
Very
loved reading about him as a kid. Loved reading about him.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Weiss.
Yes. Yep. Who took the
E-R.
name Houdini because there was an already established guy named Houdin.
Right.
And he took his name and added the extra I.
Mm-hmm.
Little known fact. Maybe that'll win you some trivia someday.
Man, to think that was like... I mean, I know he was really popular 100 years ago.
Yeah. It's been almost
in the
100
20s,
years.
and I don't remember what year exactly he died, but...
I don't remember. Somewhere in the 20s.
If only we had a device to look those things up.
Yeah, I mean,
If
there's...
only we had more video of him actually doing his stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
That
mean,
would
there's
be
some,
great.
yeah.
Yeah, there's some, but there's not much.
Yeah.
Such a shame.
Yeah, because I mean, he inspired David Copperfield and
Oh, yeah.
all David Blaine. All the
Every
other-
escape artist in the last 100 years came from him.
Mm-hmm. And Copperfield's got a great collection of his stuff too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he has the money to afford.
Oh, sure.
All that. So.
Yeah, as you do.
Must be nice.
So anyway, Del and Neil, as we get back from here at Houdini,
Yeah, we're back.
I mean, the car is smoldering. I can't imagine them trying to sit in the,
Yeah, it's going to be hot for a while.
Right.
I love how, like, whenever they show up at the hotel,
Yep.
they're kind of like, everything's still kind of warm. So,
Right.
ugh.
Yeah.
Have to unstick his skin off of the steering wheel.
Yeah.
And it's just the seats are just the metal frames and
Right.
springs.
Yeah.
And that's when they realize, and this is actually when we get to our friend from Jurassic Park.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was played by Martin Ferrero.
Also known as the
Gennaro.
the lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
The blood-sucking lawyer.
I was shocked to see him in this film, but I guess it's,
But you were also
6 years
Yeah.
before.
But you were also shocked to see him in Gung Ho, too.
Yeah. Everything links back to Jurassic
Right.
Park.
Apparently.
It's like so I put in here our old friend Martin Ferrero. It's like he's becoming as popular as some of the other things we talk about on here.
Not a household name for most people, but
Nope.
for us, apparently an old friend.
Right.
Yep.
Didn't know his name, just knew him from things he's in.
That guy from that thing.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that was him in this film until you.
Oh,
It's
I
easy to miss.
immediately knew.
Okay.
I immediately knew. I'm like, he's from Jurassic Park. Because, of course, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Neil is actually able to get a room because he has a nice enough watch.
Well, he's had it with, like, we're going to get separate rooms.
Right.
But he's the only one that can get a room.
Right. 'Cause he has just enough, He pulls out these little little burnt up cards. It's like, okay, I've got this card, and this card.
Those aren't cards.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Yeah, he has enough cash. He's got his little watch, so that's enough. Though I think the room was like $42 or something like that.
Yeah,
much more affordable than nowadays.
Also, may I add, if those cards were in a actual leather wallet, and that leather wallet did survive, those cards would have survived. Just saying.
It would. Yeah, they wouldn't have been in that bad of shape, of course.
Yeah.
Especially since apparently the front of the card didn't really get burned.
Yep.
I mean, the radio still worked.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, the radio still works. I don't know.
Yeah, so at this point, Neil's sitting in the room because Del couldn't get a room. He only has a Casio and like so much change.
Yeah.
He didn't even have any dollars on him.
Yeah, he's like, I don't have quite the amount, but do you have a nice watch? I have a Casio.
Right. You know what?
Then I'm going to have to say goodnight. Yeah, I love how he displays it
right.
for him.
Across his arm. Like some guy from New York or something on the corner. Ooh, look at this.
That I always think of like somebody, like one of the ladies on Price is Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Displaying it.
Or a Vanna White.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, Del's sitting out in the car, and it's snowing. It's freezing. He's bundled up. He's got his little parka hat on,
talking to his wife.
Right. Yeah.
That's kind of
talking to himself.
That is one of the great subtle things of this movie is the breadcrumbs with his wife.
Right.
Like he avoids it a few times already, and he's talking to her in that scene, but you don't quite know where it's going yet.
Right. And Neil kind of looks out. This is where Neil's starting to have a little change of heart. He's starting to come around a little bit, warm up. He tells him, you're gonna die out here. You're gonna freeze to death or something out here. And he's like, I'm good. So
yeah, it's fine.
He ends up coming inside, and they're cracking open all those little airplane-sized bottles of
after the
liquor.
few days that they've had, that sounds great.
Right.
Doesn't it, though?
Eating some
even
Doritos
says,
or something like that.
He's like, is there a tequila in there? Oh, yeah. Oh, trip to Mexico. Here you go. And he throws in, and he's like, what a great pairing. He's holding up Doritos and some crappy tequila.
Yeah.
Well, I love it. It's like, do you think this is good or healthy? Or he goes, no, probably not. No. That is the first scene where I'm like, you know what? You, Steve Martin, you're not... Like, I'm warming up to him in this scene.
Yeah.
But that's only because they're drunk and actually having a laugh over... One of these days, I'm going to look back and laugh on
I'm laughing right now.
Yeah, do you really think so? And he goes, I'm laughing now. But he makes... Oh, and I forget the quote. But John Candy makes a reference to... It's St. Lawrence. The patron saint of comedy. Because St. Lawrence was burned alive. And he made the comment that Del says, turn me over, I'm done on this side. Because he was talking about how hot the car was. And he goes, yeah, I'm afraid to see griddle marks on my ass. Because the seats, turn me over, I'm done on this side. That is a very subtle little... I love that line too. But yeah, apparently whenever St. Lawrence was being burned alive, he said, turn me over, I'm done on this side.
Yeah, there it is. How's your drink? Good. Del's like, go for another one? Where you been? Have you been to Italy? Have you had amaretto? Neil, I had amaretto, and this is a gin.
Amaretto,
gin. Neil's like, give me that. Is there a tequila there? A little Mexican trip. Tequila? Here you go. Coming up. Is this a good combo or not? No, probably not. Yeah, I'm going back to Jamaica. Jamaica, man. Go to Jamaica. Have some rum, man. Dig it. Rum. Which, again, that kind of foreshadows that he's going to do cool runnings about the Jamaican bobsled team. Which is what, right? You don't know that at the time, but
damn,
that's a nice coincidence.
Yeah, it's like it's pretty cool how that ended up working out.
Mm-hmm.
Just one other quick little quote quote that I thought was funny about the bus ride. About, our bus tickets are only good to St. Louis. St. Louis' Chi-Town is booked tighter than Tom Thumb's ass. It's like, okay. Know what we're going for there, Dell.
Normally, I'm used to more of the sign of it's tighter than a dolphin's asshole.
Oh, I've always heard that it's tighter than a mouse's asshole.
There's so many different variations on it. But yeah, Tom Thumb, that's a big one.
Yeah, that's an odd reference.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Tom Thumb was a little person from the 1800s
from
Barnum and Bailey's P.T. Barnum.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like a real. Was it like little General Tom Thumb, little dwarf person?
Yeah, he was a little fella.
Yeah, little
very
fella.
very famous little fella.
Yeah, he's only like 2 foot tall, maybe
something like that.
Very little, and he was even married to a short girl. Like that.
The movie Freaks, that it's kind of based off his persona.
Yeah, they visited the Lincoln White House too.
Yeah. It's very popular.
Yeah.
One of us, Google Gobble. We accept you, one of us.
I love that movie.
I had no idea it was from that movie.
It's a thing.
Yeah. So the morning comes and, they're getting checked out or whatever, and they're getting ready to head out again. And obviously it snowed some more and the car's stuck.
That and they plowed it.
Yeah.
So you're really stuck.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, we need to rock it out of here. So Neil's out on the outside of like the passenger
because of
side,
course he is
trying to push and try to get it out of there. And Dell just throws in reverse. All right, reverse, and just flies back, smashes into the building,
takes out the whole wall.
Right. Jeez.
And they both look at each other like, oh,
right. Get in.
Go.
Right. Like whipping out and just spinning out like crazy, getting out of there. They get away. Next thing you know, they're just buzzing along and get pulled over.
By Michael McKean.
Yep.
Of all people. Also SNL alum.
SNL alum, Laverne and Shirley.
Better Call Saul.
Plays
the older brother.
Yep.
Also Spinal Tap fame.
Yeah.
He was also in Airheads. He was the slimy DJ guy. Or not DJ guy. Yeah, I guess he was a DJ guy.
Yeah. He's the 4th credited person in this film that yet
he
only has one scene.
Wow.
A lot of his scenes were cut.
Yeah, that too.
A lot of scenes, I saw an interview with him and he said that he had a whole lot of scenes and they got cut down to like 90 seconds.
Wow.
And originally, he's a Wisconsin trooper. They overshot Chicago and went up to Wisconsin. Like there was a whole subplot about them going up to Wisconsin, but they cut all that.
Wow.
And that's also where, because they get the car impounded because it's unsafe.
Right.
Clearly it's unsafe.
Yeah.
But there's like a whole thing where they had to go to jail and they go to trial and all this that got cut. And Steve Martin actually punches him in the face. Which is why right after that, whenever
he's got the black eye.
He's got the black eye.
Right.
That they don't explain. And he has for the rest of the movie. That's because he actually gets all that cut.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of unfortunate.
Yeah. Again, I mean, it's a really good little interaction that they're having with the officer.
That is, yeah.
Is, how fast you're driving? No.
No. All the dials are melted, so
I couldn't say with accuracy.
Yeah, it's so formal.
Yeah.
His language, I love that. I was just telling my friend here that.
Right. Do you feel this car is safe to drive? Yeah.
Why, yes, I do.
Why, yes, I do. The radio still works.
Yeah.
It's not a looker, but it'll get you from point A to point B, and the radio still works.
Like, yeah, you're not going anywhere else. I'm going to impound the car.
And it's like they're just starting to bond.
Right.
They're singing together.
Oh yeah, they're having a great old time.
They're having a great time.
Right, they're driving by that one car, which I think is. It looks like it's John Hughes driving that little family vehicle because there's the. It looks like it. I haven't seen anything to where it is him, but it does look like him.
The whole like going past Chicago into Wisconsin. That kind of reminds me of Dumb and Dumber also, where he makes the wrong turn. You drove almost a sixth of the way across the country the wrong direction.
Right. Because they have this big fight outside the car in scenes that's been cut.
Yeah. Like, if that scene had been left in, then people would be like, oh, Dumb and Dumber, you stole that from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. But because they cut it in Dumb and Dumber, it's genius. They got lucky.
Yeah, the scenes at night on the highway were actually filmed in Central California. They used fake snow applied to the sides of the roads to make it appear as a Midwest winter. So apparently there's a deleted scene that Neil and Del were going to go into a strip club to find a phone after the car caught fire.
That's a reason to make it R.
Right. Actress Deborah Lamb, who had been featured in the scene, had no idea her scene was cut until the official screening.
Oh.
You know, that's like a recurring theme.
Yeah.
Where people don't know that their scenes are gone until they see it. That would have been an interesting little sequence.
Yeah, and especially playing off of the whole, like, his wife thinking that he's cheating.
Exactly. Like, that would have just added a little more to it. Out of all the things that are cut, that is the thing that I think would have made more sense to leave in.
Yeah, well, yeah.
For the ending.
Especially for the ending.
For that ending.
And especially...
It doesn't feel earned to me.
Especially with the way they talk about their wives, right? Like,
Yeah.
they would be the type to... They'd walk in the strip club... Heads down, like doing one of those whole, like, you know, hand on the side of their temple, so
make
they
sure
can
nobody that knows their wife would see them there and call them
and looking and so they'd walk straight to the payphone and straight out. That's what they would do.
And you could even have a callback to the bus whenever Dell's like, "Hey, check that out!"
Yeah,
right.
Where you could have him doing that in the strip club, like, "Hey, look at that!" And
right, Neil's the one
Neil's
who gets busted.
like, "Nope,
Burn,
sure
burn.
is a pretty lady."
Yeah,
Tommy Boy. You know where the weight room is? I'll check it out.
Gee, I wonder if she goes out with one of the Yankees.
Sinner.
You know that line that Del says, "I know it's not pretty to look at, but it'll get you where you want to go." That's also the same line that he says in Cool Runnings when he's revealing the team's bobsled for the first time. Exact same line.
Huh.
I'll be damned.
There you go. You will be damned, maybe. If you're lucky.
Already there.
I say I'm there. It's fine.
I'm already feeling it.
It is what it is.
So next thing you know, they get out of the courthouse or whatever, you know, and they're just kind of
without car.
Right. No car, no nothing. You don't see Del. Next thing you know, you see this big semi pull around the corner and start blowing its horn and
hey, I got us a ride.
Right.
It's free.
Right. It's free.
I hope it's warm.
Right. Well, the driver's got a bit of a problem with people, so
I do find that is one of those things that made me kind of raise my eyebrows because he won't let them ride up in the cab with him.
But he got out of the cab.
Right, he got out of the cab, and you can tell the person that's the driver was pretty shy at this point.
Oh, yeah, because he had the look on his face shutting the door. But it's like, well, he probably wouldn't have let him ride up in the cab with him. I don't know. I thought that was strange. But that's another thing that refers to, again, something that's not in the movie. The fact that they went up to Wisconsin is whenever they're riding in the back, because they're riding in the trailer, where he said, you'll be home in 3 hours. It's like 3 hours. Yeah, clearly they're in Wisconsin.
Yeah, clearly they have gone a lot farther than they should have.
They didn't just like get lost somewhere, pulled over in Illinois, and still be 3 hours away. Because there was a signpost that said Chicago 100 miles at one point. So that's another thing that, like, if had they left in just a line saying, yeah, you missed Chicago, that's back. That would have made that 3 hour thing make a little more sense.
So according to the biographical book, John Hughes, A Life in Film, the actor who plays that truck driver was only supposed to have one line and work for the one day. I mean, his scene is so... He's only on screen for like 3 seconds.
Right.
But because of the weather-related delays during the production, Hughes chose to keep him on standby. So while he's on standby, he's technically working.
Sure.
And getting paid. The actor ended up working enough days while the crew waited for the snow to come that he earned enough money to make a down payment on a house. That actor in question is Troy Evans, who was uncredited, and he's the shy truck driver in the movie.
Good for him.
I mean, yeah,
Not bad.
That's kind of awesome.
Sure.
Hey, I'm gonna be an extra in this movie. Might be my only uncredited role ever.
Yeah.
Get to buy a house. Great.
It's like the lady that played Jason's mom in the original Friday the 13th.
Oh.
She only took that role because she didn't have money for a car.
Yeah. She figured no one would watch it.
Right.
Wow.
I'm going to get this and get a car.
Right.
Little did she know.
Because this is going to buy me a new car.
Yeah.
Little did she know.
Oh, yeah.
Many years later.
Yeah.
Even then when it came out too.
I've seen interviews with her where she said that people come up to her and people write her letters and they're like, why do you like this role? Why do you like this movie? Like, what's wrong with you? And she finally came around to kind of embrace it. But yeah, she was not a fan. She was also playing against type. She was usually the motherly...
The good motherly.
The good mother type thing. So she was playing against type. And
psychotic mother.
Well, in a certain lens, good mother.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Till she lost her head.
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoiler. So, whenever the truck that they're riding in the back of arrives or is approaching downtown Chicago, it's coming in from the northwest. So that kind of makes a little more sense that they were coming from Wisconsin.
Yes.
They did that part right.
Right. They got that
The
geography
St.
correct.
Louis one was coming into St. Louis was wrong, but that's okay.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, had you had that subplot in there, that would make more sense.
Right.
But without it, yeah, it seems like, why are you coming in from the wrong side of town?
Right. You're on the north side of Chicago coming in from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to be coming from St. Louis. So it's just those little things, and it's a shame that they did have to cut so much.
Mm-hmm. Again, a thing that probably only a local would notice.
Mm-hmm.
But a shame.
Yeah. So, I mean, at this point, they're at the subway station, I guess you would call it, the rail system.
Yes, the L.
The L,
Yeah,
yes. That's
the L. I know nothing about them.
I've taken it once.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, when I was in college, I was visiting a girl up in Chicago that was going to school for culinary.
Ooh.
And we went out to a hookah bar right before they closed them because of Illinois.
Hookah.
And we walked back. It was so cold.
Old Chicago.
Yeah, but and this was back when I could tolerate cold way more than I can now, and I still thought it was like freezing. Again, Chicago, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, took
a different kind of cold.
Took the L. It was very interesting. I had no idea where I was going. Glad they did.
Oh, that's good.
It's like hopping on the subway at New York. It's like, there's so many colored lines.
Right.
Where do they go?
Where do I get off at?
Honestly, that's how I am with Metrolink here. I took it one time, and that was a couple years ago with one of my former coworkers. We went to a Blues game, and
Where'd you get on at?
Shrewsbury.
Okay.
We got on Shrewsbury and took it downtown, and all I could say is, taking it downtown, you go one way. Taking it back, you take a different way.
Uh-oh.
like you have to get off and get on another one to get back.
That doesn't.
I was very confused.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I was with people who knew what they were doing because I had no idea.
Yeah.
I was also had a lot to drink that night, so that
Slight,
probably
may have
helped.
been inebriated.
Oh yeah,
Usually goes with Metro here.
I was very confused.
Yeah, it's a requirement.
It seems like, yeah.
It was very confusing to me.
Yeah, so
fully sober.
So you think this is where Neil and Del are parting ways, you know, hey, it's been an experience. Neil's kind of warmed up to Del a little bit, and hey,
Maybe next time we'll take the business, the first
class. Yeah.
Hopefully there isn't a next time. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Right. And you see, Neil kind of reminiscing and looking forward to seeing his family and stuff like that. Doing these different little cut scenes and
little flashbacks or flash forwards,
which is interesting because those are actually repurposed scenes.
Right, that they filmed for later after Neil is home.
That was the dinner with Neil and Del and the family.
Mm-hmm.
They just took those clips out and
didn't show Del in them.
And didn't show Del in them.
Yeah.
And the shots of him reminiscing, laughing, smiling were him being filmed without him knowing he was being filmed.
Right. It was just letting the camera run, and
in between shots and in between scenes, they were just riding on the train and they were just filming. And yeah,
I thought it had a good look that he's kind of a changed person in a way.
Yeah, I would say that's a bit of genius editing.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I found that out, I'm like, oh, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's so seamless.
All right, because it kind of shows him in that giddy light that he was in on the train, talking to the girl and excited about, I'm going to be home here really soon.
Mm-hmm.
Home for Thanksgiving.
Yep. But then he changes his mind and goes back and to find Del.
He also has the flashbacks where you hear Del saying certain things.
Right.
I haven't been home in years.
Mm-hmm.
And then he starts kind of piecing things
Putting
together.
things
and he's
together.
Like, wait
a second.
Wait a minute. I need to bring Del to Thanksgiving because I don't think he's got anybody.
And that's when you finally find out.
Yep.
Yeah, and to my point earlier, this kind of being the pre-Tommy Boy or whatever, where this, instead of offloading it in the front of the movie, it does it at the very last part of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have your tragedy and you find out all the stuff in classic John Hughes fashion. The end of the film makes you all teary-eyed and like, oh, hits the feels. Yeah, hits the feels a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean,
John's kind of filling them in. Here's the deal. She's been dead for 8 years. I can't go back to that house, so I haven't been home since.
I live on the road.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Which is why he's so world-wise.
Why he's so good about traveling.
He knows all the traveling.
His life's in that trunk.
Yeah. And whenever they're totally out of money, he's selling the stuff to get money to go to the next place.
All right, which is
that's
how
what he does.
That's how he got the money for the car rental.
Right, yeah.
He traded that for car rental.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And next thing you know, it cuts to the scene of Neil and Del walking up the street, each carrying handle of the trunk.
And you got the Paul Young song without Paul Young singing.
Yeah. He comes in and, want to introduce everybody to, Del, and he's like, hi, Del Griffith, or hi, Mr. Griffith. Hi,
Hello,
Mrs.
Mrs.
Page. And that's, like you said earlier, it's when it all makes sense why she's so emotional. I mean, yeah, you'd be emotional. Your husband's been through fucking hell.
Sure.
And you're glad that he's finally home, safe.
Also, you probably haven't heard from him for a few days at this point.
And there is a plot where, like, every time he tries to call...
So you don't answer or
He
something.
tries to call at one point, and they're at the Thanksgiving pageant thing.
Yep.
Right, for the daughter.
And then the next time he tries to call, there's a lock on the phone, so he can't call. So, yeah, he hasn't called for at least a day.
But boy, he sure
Day
did
and a
clean
half.
up awful nice from when he was in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Although he does make a comment that he's wearing the same clothes.
Right. Been wearing the same underwear since Thursday.
I can vouch for
that.
Or since whatever day. I can vouch for that.
It's just whenever I was younger and I would watch this, because, you know, like I said, it was on TV all the time, I would never understand why she was so emotional and what the connection was between the two of them. It just seemed very strange to me. But now knowing that whole cheating subplot, like, it makes perfect sense.
Right. Yeah, it was just very well done.
And then you got the freeze frame on John Candy smiling.
Yep.
Right. Just like in Uncle
very
Buck.
classic, like 80s end in the movie. Now, you did say that there was a end credits.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. Most people either click off or don't.
Had no idea.
Yeah, most people don't.
And I don't know
now. I think more people watch through the
yeah,
credits.
Back
for
then
post
it was
scenes.
kind of rare.
Yeah,
you didn't see it very often. Now, because love it or
Marvel.
hate it, because of Marvel,
you want to know what's coming up in the next movie?
They
Stay
really-
tuned for the teaser.
you got to wait for the mid credits and the post credits.
Don't care how bad you need to pee.
Yeah, there is a post credit scene of this, which was very rare back then, and it cracks me up every time I see it.
And what is it?
It's that boss from the first scene, still looking at those designs, can't make up his mind. But what makes it funny is he's got his Thanksgiving dinner sitting on his desk.
So he's still
He's
technically at the
still
office?
sitting at his office,
Okay.
in that same office, looking at the two designs, going back and forth, with this very nice dinner sitting there. You got the turkey right behind it, and he's still staring between the two. I mean, it's only like a 20-second scene. It's kind of like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, where they have that very quick, why are you still here? Go home.
Right.
Movie's over. Like,
Bueller.
very similar to that, where it's a very short, quick, but it calls back to...
No, which I think maybe a lot of people don't, because that is a post-credits kind of scene.
Yeah.
Which, you know, listening to one of the afternoon radio shows here in St. Louis for a number of years, it's not on the air anymore, but that was one of the clips they would play at the end. You know, hey, you know, okay, see you, bye-bye. You're still here? Go on. Leave. Go. And I was like, where the fuck is that come from? And then I watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off again, and I watched the entire thing through I'm like, again, the Leonardo DiCaprio moment.
It's the thing.
Right, it's the thing. Okay, it makes sense.
And it's been parodied many times.
Right.
Like, I know Family Guy did it at least once. In fact, Family Guy did a
parody of
the Del Griffith speech.
Yeah.
Which was quite amusing.
It's great, which I'm going to play at the end of this episode, because it's just too damn good. It's perfect.
It's a nice touch.
I still think it's one of my favorite speeches from a comedy movie, because it's so serious.
And it's not funny.
No, it is not
There's
funny at all.
nothing funny
It
about
is
it.
serious as all possible, which, you know, again, you know, he's kind of the goofy guy, and you kind of think back to things as a kid, if you weren't like really popular, maybe kids would call you annoying. You kind of feel you feel that if, you know, people thought you were annoying as a child or something.
And he doesn't interrupt. He lets Neil get everything out.
Oh, because Neil goes off on him hard.
And yeah. And then once he gets it all out, then he kind of comes back with, fine, you do what you want to do, but you know what? You don't know me. And it's immediately the look on his face like, I screwed up.
Yeah.
I went too far.
I'm an easy target. Yeah. Go ahead. Hurt me. It's one of my favorite little speeches, though.
I will say that the 80s does a thing which growing up I was kind of not a big fan of, and John Hughes movies are very
notorious.
much, these are the movies that do this the most. If you're going to have a comedy, the 80s seem to have, you have to have heart and soul in your comedy. You can't just have straight funny.
Right, just straight slapstick humor.
You've got to have heart and soul in there, and you got to tug on the heartstrings. John Hughes movies do that a lot.
Like some kind of learning moment.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's only like in, I would say, the 2000s, when you finally have like, you can just have straight funny. You don't need any of that.
Dude, where's my car?
Hangover.
Yeah. I mean, it's, and I don't know. I prefer the straight comedy. I don't need the sappy, because if I need the sappy, there's a whole genre called drama films.
True.
I don't need it. You have dramedies, or it's a drama comedy, where I would probably put this.
Yeah.
So I'm ambivalent and go back and forth. The scenes that are funny are funny.
Very.
But there's times when it's like I kind of want to fast forward a little because I don't need the sappy all the time.
Yeah. Well, I'm just glad that this is like the main instance or example for this film.
Well, yeah.
It also, I would just argue in the point of for this that it produces the dynamic for the funny. So in the same way that you would have some kind of serious not sitcom, but like a serious show or whatever, or a serious movie, and then you always have like the comic relief. It's the same thing. You have those highs and lows, valleys and peaks kind of thing. And that's maybe why he does it, is for that deeper contrast and the kind of deeper level of the human emotion. Because it seems like, to me, John Hughes really writes a really human person into the film, unlike a lot of things that you would find today, right?
Or the caricatures.
Yes.
Right.
One notes.
Yes.
Yeah. I think prime
Sure.
example is like we talked about on our Breakfast Club episode, the transition for Bender. You know, or people, he becomes vulnerable. He lets himself become vulnerable finally, in a way. And
That's why I wish
kinda
there
do
was a
that.
2-hour cut. Because a lot of what was cut was the really funny stuff. There was way more comedy that was cut. And I think that's probably I would like a different ratio of comedy to drama.
Sure.
I think that's where my issue is.
Yeah.
That's why I'm really curious.
So
I'm very curious.
Yeah.
So if you were to narrow it down to like one scene, one type of interaction that you would say is your favorite from this film, what would it be? Would it be like airplane sequence? Would it be car sequence, bus sequence, train sequence?
Oh, by far, my favorite sequence is in the car.
Okay.
By far.
Man, the first time he meets, there was the quotes that I was telling you about, where they're in the airport, and there's a few quotes that he says. I don't know if you have it pulled up over there, but I didn't know what to expect. I was like, oh, it's John Candy. Yeah, he's funny. Da da da. I don't know, why people find this film funny, but I'm going to sit down and watch it. We're going to cover it. Blah blah blah. He says those two lines, and I am dying while I'm trying to actually kind of work and do some other things. Oh my goodness. I was not expecting that to come out of his mouth.
I mean, I still say John Candy has the best dialogue.
Yes.
Oh gosh, yeah.
By far.
Yeah. It's just a great overall between the two of them, and I think I agree with you, Brad. That's kind of that whole as they're kind of getting to know each other. The whole airplane experience, getting rerouted to Wichita and having to be stuck in that hotel.
There's some great either one-liners or just
the
full-on
going back and forth. You see again. Neil gets out of the shower. He's like, "Oh my God, there's no towels, no nothing." The water goes off or something like that. For
then
a
it comes back on really
it's
hot,
scalding hot. He's like, and he can't see. He's got the soap on, so he realizes all the towels have been used. They're all over the place. It's like they haven't even been there. It seems like 20 minutes, and the fucking bathroom's destroyed from Dell.
Oh God, yeah, we didn't even mention the socks in the sink
In the morning, yeah.
drying his face off with the underwear. And
yeah.
Yep.
If you're gonna brush your teeth, make sure you take my socks out of the sink.
Right.
Oh God.
It's like when Neil's talking to his wife, talking about you shared a motel room with a complete stranger. Are you crazy? Not yet, but I'm getting there. It's just
well. And the other thing I want to say about Dell is he plays a character that up front he should be way more upset at the world. He should hate people more. He should just be more bitter.
Right, his wife
But
died.
he constantly has that upbeat, you know what? I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go with the flow. And that is what I enjoy about his character. I identify as that a lot, which is probably...
shower curtain ring.
Yeah, but you know what? Life's not so bad. Like,
Right.
I identify with that in a lot of ways.
I'm seeing the country and
Yeah.
meet a lot of interesting people. Neil's just kind of stuck in his, goes back to kind of like that privileged stuff. He leaves a privileged life.
Yes, clearly. Because I'm just going to fly from New York to Chicago because it's just what I do for my job.
Right.
I mean, it's kind of like that one scene when they're approaching the house. You're a very lucky man. Yes, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, which I believe that house that they used for that scene is like one town over from where they used the house for the Home Alone.
Oh, it
McAllister
looks
house.
like it.
Yeah.
Because I saw it and I'm like, ooh, that's close. That's got to be close. Because there is very similar.
Yeah. That's great. I don't know. I mean, I look forward to watching this, and I think I'll probably try to make it one of those yearly things. I know
I might. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I watched it again before we recorded this. I watched it before we recorded our John Candy episode, and that was like a year ago, approximately. God, I don't know. Actually, it was one of our first episodes. That might have came out in 2019.
Brain hurt. Don't know.
It's like one of our first 5.
I'd have to pull up the old podcasting app.
Yeah. But it's, you think back to it, and it's going to be something I try to probably add in every year because it is just that damn good.
Once again, John Hughes. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Of actual themed episodes, it was number 8.
Okay.
Wow. So within the first year.
Yeah, not counting that little intro thing
Right.
that we put out. Okay.
Yep.
Episode 8.
Yeah, that was
Doesn't
a while ago.
Doesn't
Right.
feel like it though.
No, it doesn't. It feels...
You mean that wasn't last month?
Right. Or even last year.
Yeah.
Right. That was last year. It can count.
Time's a flat circle.
Yes.
But no, if anybody out there that is listening to this, we appreciate you for listening and would love to hear your feedback on this. If you have favorite moments or if you think there was something that we left out, I'd love to know what you guys think of this film. Is it something that you watch on a regular basis? It seems a lot of people do watch it. If you like it, you typically watch it on a yearly basis. I don't think I know anybody that doesn't like the film.
No.
I bring up Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It seems like everybody enjoys it.
I know Sarah does.
Yeah, it's just a great damn film.
Yeah.
Hell, I might watch it again in the next couple of weeks.
I know I'm gonna.
And it's highly relatable because we've all traveled for holidays.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
We've all had
I
bad
will be-
times.
I will be doing that very soon.
Yeah, you've got a lot of traveling coming up.
Thankfully, won't have any delayed flights for this particular instance for the first one.
Yeah.
Gotta worry about the second one.
Yeah. But no, this has been another one of those that I've really looked forward to preparing to talk about. It's just great. John Candy, it's a shame that he passed so soon. It's a shame that John Hughes passed so soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because, what other kind of magic could they have come up with?
Only the good die young.
Yeah, so I guess Candy'd be in his 60s now. Approximately, maybe knocking on 70.
I don't know.
But I mean, he's been gone since like 94.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he's been gone 27 years-ish, approximately. So, man, what have we missed?
Far too much.
Far too
Far
much.
too much.
Yeah. That does it for me, folks. I don't know if you guys have anything else you'd like to throw out there.
Got nothing.
Yeah. But check us out on the interwebs. I'd like to say Facebook, but I don't know by the time you hear this what Facebook's going to be called. There's a lot of discussion about that. But hey, yeah, we do have that Facebook group. We do have our Instagram and our Twitter. We don't post as much as we should. But hey,
We're still here having fun.
we're still here. Reach out to us. We would love to hear some other suggestions that you would like to hear for episodes. 'Cause again, we've still got a lot of things in mind we
So
want to
many.
do. Yeah. But man, we always want to hear and try something out new, because I think we enjoy that, because like the episode about Gung Ho, Justin had never watched it.
Yeah.
Brad, like this episode, you said you never really watched it start to finish.
Not that I can recollect.
To where you've like paid attention to prepare to talk about it.
I don't know. I can't recall ever seeing this. And if it was on TV, I didn't recognize it. I didn't recognize anything in this movie, so I must have been.
That's good. It's like a fresh viewing. I mean, obviously, we know with me, there's been a shit ton.
Well,
of
and the other thing too, it's just it goes back to John Hughes' writing of kind of standing the test of time in a lot of ways. I mean, yes, it has the elements of the time it was written, like they didn't have cell phones the whole ride, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
that's what makes it.
That's what kind of I agree.
It's still timeless because it still works.
It's got the gritty New York that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, it's like most of his other films. They all still work.
Mm-hmm.
That you could watch them, and they've been out for, we'll just say 50 years, and however many years down the road that is.
Sure.
And some, my grandkids, when you introduce it to them, it's still going to hold up to them. Should.
Yeah, I would say mostly. There's
at the right ages, obviously.
Well, and the thing I would say is like, there was a moment in this film where they had said a specific thing. I'll just say it. They were talking about the Indian burn, and I'm like, yeah, in 2021, I don't know we'd quite use that term anymore.
Mm.
We'd call it something else. I don't know what the kids call it anymore.
Yeah.
But, there's the times. Like, if you recognize that and you know that we've progressed past that, you can look past it.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just old.
It's not like something that the cancel culture will come after.
Whatever.
Yeah. Drop us a line. Let us know. Share this episode with friends and family. Maybe it could be something that you listen to after you watch the movie this Thanksgiving.
Hey, maybe throw it on for Thanksgiving.
Right. Not everybody wants to watch movies. Maybe they want to listen about movies. Or you're going to be traveling to see family and friends during holiday
traveling
breaks.
away from them.
Right. We all know some family gatherings can be a bit stressful.
Indeed.
Some.
Now with the days of AirPods and Bluetooth headsets, you can just tune everybody else out with noise-canceling technology.
On the go.
Right. Got aunt and uncle over there fighting, and you're just sitting there, just tuned out.
Red versus blue.
There you go. All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening, and we will be back with another episode in the not-too-distant future, but first, we've got to get back from the past.
Peter, did you get the train tickets?
Actually, no, Lois. There was a guy inside selling shower curtain rings, so I bought a bunch of those.
Peter, that was the last of our cash.
These ones have helium in them, so they're very light.
You are unbelievable. The last 4 days have been a living hell. Our baby is at home all by himself, yet instead of getting us home, you've managed to make things worse at every turn. A monkey would be a refreshing step up from you. A monkey would talk less. Here's a little tip. If your instinct tells you to do something, don't do it. If your instinct tells you not to do something, it's probably the right thing to do.
You want to hurt me? Go right ahead if it makes you feel any better. I'm an easy target. Yeah, you're right. I talk too much. I also listen too much. I could be a cold-hearted cynic like you, but I don't like to hurt people's feelings. Well, you think what you want about me, I'm not changing. I like me. My kids like me. My friends like me. Because I'm the real article. What you see is what you get.
Movie references. Delta Airlines just turned 100 and is already shaping the next century of flight with the Delta Sustainable Skies Lab. Here, they're building the future of flight. Think electric air taxis and next-gen aircraft aiming to cut fuel burn significantly. And this isn't just future talk. Today, their fleet of Boeing 737s have marine-like finlets designed to reshape airflow that reduces drag. The future of travel is more sustainable, and Delta's leading the way. Learn more at delta.com/sustainability.